Hi, this is Janine.
Hi Jenny, how you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to comment on my religion, Islam,
Okay, great.
and just wanted to say that it's such a beautiful religion, and it's completely different than how it's portrayed on the TV and the media. And I just want people to know that whatever they see on TV is not always correct, and
Like what about,
reporters try and...
forgive me please, if Islam is a beautiful, is it beautiful to beat a wife? Is that beautiful?
I'm sorry?
Is it beautiful? You know, you sound like a nice lady and I welcome you in our show. You are saying Islam is beautiful, right?
Yes.
Okay, if Islam is beautiful, how the Quran say the man he can beat his wife?
You have to look at the whole verse, not just
Look
one
at the whole
specific
no
verse
problem. Go ahead.
and focus on
Read.
it, because in the Bible Jesus also says that for every time that your eye sees sin, pluck it out. But does he mean that literally?
Yes,
If he meant that
mean-
literally,
yes,
all the
no,
Christians in
no,
the U.S.
he's
and around the
saying-
world wouldn't
Yeah.
have eyes right now.
No, lady, no,
So
lady,
you have
lady,
to look
no,
at
no,
the bigger
no,
picture.
he mean
Many
it-
Muslims that
Yeah.
I know do
Yeah.
not even touch their wives that way, just out of respect.
No.
And although it is allowable in our religion
Yeah.
for a man to, touch his wife in that way, although it's allowable, it's not always right because they can be out of control. And there's specific rules to that also. It's moderation. There has to be a reason. It
Like
can't
what?
just be out of
Like
no
what?
reason just because he wants to strike at her.
Like what?
And
What
many
is the
Muslim
reason?
many Muslim families that I know don't even. It's best to avoid it. It's best to not do it
No.
than
lady.
to.
If it's in the Quran, it means it's allowed, and we agree about that, correct? It's allowed.
I'm sorry.
It's allowed
In
the
the Qur-
Quran
yes,
to
it
beat
is
you.
allowed.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
it is allowed.
Now, what is the reason for a husband to beat his wife?
The reasons for it is to begin with, before even thinking about hitting, one's wife, you're supposed to communicate with her, talk to her about it. If, let's say, there's a problem, or if she's not willing to negotiate on something, or if he tells her to do something and she's not willing to do it, they should first talk it out and communicate. However, if she's still not listening and if she refuses to obey him, he can then, get to that step. Unfortunately, people can get out of control, and it should only be a light tap.
Where
It
in
should
the
not.
Quran-
It
where in
should
the
not
Quran-
harm her in a way where she is
Okay.
severely hurt
Where
or
in the
severely
Quran-
bruised
Where in the Quran it
or
says
anything like that. It should not leave a mark.
Does it say there
It
in the
shouldn't leave a
Quran?
mark.
Does it say, doesn't leave a mark, which means this is harm. I can beat the hell of you and it still don't leave a mark.
But here's the thing: if you interpret it that way, if everybody says that, okay, well, let me do it this way, as long as it doesn't leave a mark, that's just, it's just the person that's creating that rule. If in the Quran it says you're not supposed to leave a mark, then you can't just go around it
Where in the
just
Quran
to have
says,
your way with your wife.
Sorry,
You know the
Gina.
rules, and if you respect and love her,
Okay.
you would not
Where-
try and harm her.
Where in the Quran it says
And
don't
if
leave a
you,
mark?
I'm sorry?
Where in the Quran it says don't leave a mark?
I can get you a verse if you
Show
want.
me. Great. I will be happy to see it. Where?
Sure.
It doesn't say that.
I would be
The
happy to show you.
Quran chapter
Sure.
4 verse number 34 say clearly just beat them. There's no light beating. There's nothing about don't leave marks. This is not
Okay,
true.
I will show you.
Okay, great. I wanna see that verse. And remember, we are talking about chapter 4 verse number 34. And take your time and look for the verse, no problem. I'm talking to people who are listening to us. Like, first of all, regardless of how light the beating is an insult. If somebody spit at somebody in America, you take him to court because a spit is an insult. You don't spit at people. You see how light spitting is? Very light. Have you ever heard of somebody being killed because somebody spit at him? But this is a very bad insult. So it's very clear, number one, that Islam teach not to respect women, teach that women, they are nothing, and as you said, if you negotiate with her and she refuses to obey you, we beat her. which means I am allowed in Islam to force my ideas in other human being just because she is a female. If she doesn't agree, here we go. We got a solution. I will beat you.
Can I comment? It's not just because she's female. He doesn't have a right to hit her just because she's female. That has nothing to do with the fact that she's female. In Islam, men and women are equal but different, and they each have different duties, but they are both equal, and they each should be respected. And if a man truly loves his wife, he would never lay a hand on her. But it is allowed in Islam as a way to control and allow communication and try and fix the problem, so it wouldn't lead to more problems in the future.
So you are saying to me,
the first step that is really important is communication before anything. They have to talk it out.
Communication. You say to her, don't do that, correct? You say to her, don't do that. Then she do it, you beat her. Is that communication? Is that how communication is? And you are saying to me, this will correct the problem by beating her. What kind of correction is correction is?
No, I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth, sir. I didn't say to solve a problem he has to beat her. And I told you that it's not beating. It's
what?
A tap that is not going to leave a mark. I told you that.
Show me the proof. I have in front of me hadith of Sahih
Bukhari. I ask you really, calmly and politely, do not put words in my mouth, because I know this verse can be taken in many different ways.
No problem.
Just as
listen.
Just as the verses about jihad can be taken in a lot of ways, and the verse about the 72 virgins can be taken a lot of different ways. So I ask that you do not put words in my mouth as I try to explain this, because it is a complex subject. Go on.
No problem. First, you are the one who said, when I said to you, this is the problem is going to be solved, you said no. And by the way, this show is recorded. We can play it later. And you will see, yourself, you said, to correct the problem. Now, I said to you, is that how you correct the problem? You said, I did not, don't put word in my mouth. I did not say correct. So he is beating her for what? If he is not going to correct the problem,
it's not the only way to resolve a problem.
Please,
it's not the only way.
Please let me finish.
The best way to resolve any problem is communication.
Okay.
That's the best way.
Communication did not work. You beat her, correct?
Talking. That's what I mean. To talk it out.
She did not
try and talk it out and see what each person thinks is the right thing to do before anything.
You are saying to her, do this, or if you don't agree with me, I will beat you, correct?
I'm sorry?
The man, he don't talk to the women really. He's saying to her, don't do that. He's not negotiating and the proof if she
there is negotiating, because if he's wrong and if he says something against our religion, then who is he to say? Who is he to say don't do this? If he told his wife, don't wear hijab, then he's wrong. So he's not always right. The man is not always right. He's only right if he's speaking right, if he's speaking about justice. But if the woman is speaking about justice and refuses to do something that she thinks is wrong, she has a right to refuse that.
Okay, let us say.
For example, if my parents told me not to wear the scarf, or if my parents told me don't do this, don't do that, I have a right to refuse that. I respect my parents, but if they told me to do something wrong, what I think is wrong, I have a right to refuse that. So just because I'm female does not make me entitled to being weaker or to being silent. Because as a female, I will respond the way that I believe is right to respond.
Can I talk?
And I'll tell you right now.
Can I talk?
I'll tell you right now.
Can I talk?
I expect my husband to respect and love me enough so he knows to communicate with me. If he wants to talk anything out, he comes to me first and we negotiate together, because that's how a marriage works. When two people talk things out together. All my friends and all my family members who are married, alhamdulillah, they've been married for many years. That's what they do too.
How many wives your husband have?
I'm sorry?
How many wives your husband have?
There's only one.
Why? What do you mean
and
one?
It will only be me.
Why only have one? Quran allowed him to have 4. So how you are talking about negotiating, and you are just the one of many in the house. This is
if my husband,
listen, I give you the time to talk.
If my husband,
give me the time to talk. Give me the time to talk, please. I gave you time, right? Let us be polite. I gave you the time to talk. Finish your word. It's my time. And you said that if the husband, he order you to do something wrong, you do not agree with him. Now, if you don't agree with him in something right, he can beat you. Now, if he don't agree with you in something right, which means he is the wrong one, can you beat him?
If he is the wrong one?
Yeah, can you beat him? The same he do to you if you are wrong?
Give me an example.
As an example, you mentioned to me yourself an example. Your husband said to you, don't wear hijab, correct? And
Okay.
you said to him, I'm not going to obey you. Now, he is ordering you to do something wrong. Can you beat him?
Literally, I can beat him, but I won't do that. I'm just not that
So
type
how
of person.
come he can beat you?
Instead,
Okay, listen.
instead
How
I will
come-
tell him why he's
No.
wrong.
I'm talking in a
and-
religious way. I'm talking according to Islam. The woman, she cannot beat her husband even he's wrong. But he can beat you if you are wrong. So what kind of equalistic?
Sir, can you show me a verse where a woman cannot beat her husband?
Can you show
Is
me
there
a
a
verse
verse
that
that
says
says
a woman
that
can beat
women
her
are not
husband?
allowed to
Yes,
hit their
the
husband?
Quran only mentioned man beating his wives.
Or are you
And
just making that verse up
Lady,
to try and
chapter
prove a
4,
point that is not
chapter
valid
4,
right
no.
now?
Listen, if the Quran never mentioned that the woman can beat her husband, this is mean you cannot beat her husband.
Can
It says-
you asked to see a verse, and I just wanted to show you kind of what the Prophet really addresses towards beating.
Go ahead.
And I want you to see what I mean when
Go
I
ahead.
say that the beating is not to be vicious or severe or something that causes harm to the woman to the point where she cannot answer back to her husband, where she's weak. I want to show you something
Okay, go ahead.
that addresses this issue that we're talking about, because you bring it up. You're not the first person, and I'm sure you're not the last, because I've been asked about many different types of verses in the Quran. But the thing is, people only look at one specific part of the Quran, and they focus on that, and they become negative towards it to the point where they are so close-minded they don't look to the bigger picture.
Okay.
And they think that if men don't beat their wives, they're not Muslims. But that is not true, because men can find ways where beating cannot occur, where beating should not occur. And if a Muslim man does not beat his wife, that does not make him a bad Muslim. It's the opposite, because it shows that they have a bond, that they communicate first before anything.
Why? Okay.
And
the man he beat his wife, he's a bad Muslim?
I'm sorry?
The man who beat his wife, he's a bad Muslim?
If he beats her to the point where it's beyond the limits of what Islam allows, yes,
Oh,
then
so-
he is.
so
then he's
only-
not following
so
Islam
only he
correctly,
is bad,
because he has to follow the
which
rules.
means-
Because
Lady,
here's what I'm trying to
this
say.
way. You see? You're trying to
If
hide the
there are
truth.
some Muslims,
You
and
can beat your
I'm
wife
sure there are. Maybe there are some
until a limit,
Muslim men who say, okay, I'm going to beat my wife because the Quran says that, and they go too far, and they beat their wives, and she becomes extremely, bruised and hurt to the point where she's in the hospital.
So bruise are not allowed
That
in
is
Islam?
crossing
Bruise
the
are not
line.
allowed? Bruise are not allowed? Bruises are not
I'm
allowed?
sorry?
Bruises in the body are not allowed in Islam?
What is?
Like a man, he can beat his wife until she have a bruises. This is not allowed?
I'm saying if he goes too far with his limit, if he gets out of control, and where he's hitting her,
What control mean?
where
I'm
he
saying to
suddenly,
you
where
specifically.
he's hitting her, but he does not understand why he's hitting her. He keeps on
Oh,
going,
so if
and he loses
understand
control
why,
of himself,
I
and
don't
he
think
keeps hitting
people
her.
Lady,
That's what I'm talking
I don't
about.
think people, they will start beating a woman just for no reason. Simply, the Quran say the reason. She is not obeying him. Because the Quran says, if she obey you,
Sir,
don't beat her.
That's why I wanted to redo this, so
Okay,
you
go
could
ahead.
see kind of what I'm trying to get at,
Go
because
ahead. Go ahead.
I think you're just focusing on it so negatively. I don't,
No problem. Go ahead.
I just don't think. Okay, it says this is by the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam,
This is not Quran.
and
This is hadith.
this is what he addressed this about hitting and beating,
Okay, go ahead.
and he addressed this issue.
Okay.
And this is probably more clear than the verses you're reading right now.
No problem.
It says, he said, he said, you have rights over your wives, and they have rights over you. You have the right that they should not defile your bed, and that they should not behave with open unseemliness. If they do, God allows you to put them in separate rooms and to beat them, but not with severity. If they refrain from these things and obey you, they have right to their food and clothing with kindness. lay injunctions on women kindly, for they are your wards, having no control of their persons. So he specifically and he repeatedly said kindly to the women. This indicates that the beating is not to be vicious or severe.
What is the hadith in Arabic?
And that women also have rights over their husbands, just as much as the husbands have rights over them.
What is the hadith in Arabic? Can you say it to me in Arabic?
In Arabic?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
I would be happy to.
Read it for me in Arabic.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Because I don't think the word kindly exists there, but no problem. Now, it might take you a while before you get it. This is what you told me. Number one, it's mean the Prophet, he agreed with beating women, and he is saying kindly. What kindly? I don't know. You just said, don't make bruises, you know. This is what kindly in Islam. In Hadith of Sahih al-Bukhari, the book of address, Hadith number 5447, Raf'a divorced his wife, whereupon Abdul Rahman, you can read the Hadith, and he did beat her until he made her clothes her skin greener than her clothes. The Prophet.
Okay, can I comment on that? Because I know which verse you're talking about.
This is not a verse. This is a Hadith. This is Sahih al-Bukhari.
Okay.
He did beat her.
I know which passage you're talking
greener
about.
Than her clothes. Go ahead.
Can I comment?
Go, sure.
Okay. What I want to say about that is that many Muslims will do things their own way, how they see it, so they can interpret the Quran their way, but in the end, no one can judge them except God in the end. So let's say the guy beat his wife until she died. No one can say he's a bad Muslim or a good Muslim except God. So whatever they do, that's their life, that's their choices. What I'm saying to you is the Quran says the Quran never said to beat your wife to the point where she cannot move, where she's physically unable to perform, to get up or do anything. And nowhere in the Quran does it say until you beat her until she dies or anything like that. And so no one is a judge of anybody, even if the person committed a great sin such as murder. No one is a judge of that person except God, because that person has an opportunity to repent, to ask for forgiveness, no matter how great the sin is. And he has an opportunity, and Allah is most merciful. And He is able to.
Allah is not merciful. Sorry for that. But this is not our topic now.
Oh, Allah is very merciful.
No, He's not. Because
if you pray with all your heart, if you really mean it, if you really feel bad about what you did, He will forgive you.
If your God is merciful, He should not allow the man to use their violence against women. He should say to them, if you beat women, I'll take you to hell. And this is how you stop those Muslim men from insulting and abusing those weak women. You know, Allah,
He created humans in a way where we make mistakes, and Allah knows we make mistakes. That's why He knows we will ask for forgiveness. If He made us perfect, He would not even.
I put you on hold. Sorry for that. Please, we cannot talk at the same time. I will let you. I want to hear you, but we cannot talk at the same time. Okay? No. Listen to me. The hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, and you are free to talk.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're trying to.
We cannot talk in the same time, correct? Do you agree? In the same time, we cannot talk.
I agree, but you didn't let me. Let me
say my say. Let me say my say. In that hadith, the man he did beat his wife until he made her skin greener. Did the Prophet say to him, "Shame on you"? Did the Prophet say to him, I'm going to punish you"? Did the Prophet say to him, "Don't ever beat her like this again"? No, actually he took the side of the man and he told her that he is right and you deserve it. The woman, she don't want the husband, she don't want to stay with him, she don't want to even have sex with him no more, and she is accusing him that he cannot have sex. The man, he is in response, he is beating her until her skin became greener than her clothes. The Prophet, number one, he took his side against her. The Prophet ignored how severe the beating is. As you see, Aisha, she is saying, Aisha, not me. Aisha said, I have not seen any suffering any women suffering as much as a believing woman. Look at her. Look at her skin is greener than her clothes. So the man that beat her until he made her skin greener than her clothes. What do you want more? Did the Prophet say why you did that? Nothing. Did he ask him don't do it again? Nothing. Simply what he did, he said to her, you are wrong.
I know what you're saying.
And he is right.
I understand.
Yeah. So your Prophet agreed with the green with the severe beating. Correct?
Like I said before, Allahu A'lam. God only knows, and God can only judge. We cannot interpret that part or that story, that specific thing, and judge that person, oh, he's wrong, he's right. He's going to hell, he's going to heaven. We are in no position to say that. So, for what he did, to his wife,
your Prophet is not in position to judge?
Even the Prophet, he's human. Who is he, God?
So are you saying
God created us as humans imperfect to make mistakes to ask for forgiveness.
Let us make it clear. Are you saying your Prophet in this case was mistaken, he was wrong?
I'm sorry?
Are you saying your Prophet in this case he made a mistake?
No, I didn't say that.
So
you said that.
Then he agreed with beating until he made
I never
his skin
said that.
greener. That's
I said the Prophet cannot, even the Prophet cannot determine who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. All he says is pray to God.
Please, I'm not talking about heaven and hell now. I'm talking about a man, he beat his wife, and the proof he is the judge, they came to him, both of them. The women.
Allahu Alam. God knows why he did that. Only God knows. We cannot interpret why the Prophet was silent. We cannot interpret why he did not respond to that. What we could do, sir, is follow what he said about that. Follow what he said about the beating. Follow what he said. Maybe he was silent out of anger. You don't know that. Maybe he was silent out of anger and out of a feeling where he was sad for the guy who did that to the woman. You don't know that. You don't know how he felt. You don't know why he was silent. What we do know is what we should do in Islam, what we should do and what he's been telling us, what he's been preaching about God and about Islam and about husbands and wives. That's what we should do. We should focus on what we should do. We shouldn't look at people and point to them and say they're right, and we shouldn't point to them and say they're wrong, because that's not the point. The big picture is to follow what the Prophet said is best to do.
Right.
And what the Prophet said is best to do is to take care of your wives.
Your Prophet, he is the one who taught people to do those things. This is why those Muslims are beating their women. For me as a Christian man, if I beat my wife, this means I'm a bad man. I will feel guilty in front of God and in front of the law. I will be taken to jail. According to Islamic law in Islamic countries, if a wife called the police saying my husband is beating her, they will laugh at her. He had the right to beat you. Shut up. So she can't even file a case against him because simply this is his right to beat her. He made it as a legal law for beating. And now, as long as you are talking about heaven, I want to ask you, the man when he go to heaven, he will have 72 women, 300 boys.
Here we go.
How many women you will have? How many men you will have? How many
I'm sorry?
men? The man he
there
will
is
have.
None. There is no equivalent for a woman.
Why?
As it is for a man. There is none.
Why?
There's no verse that says a woman will have 72 men in heaven. There's no verse.
No, really.
Simply,
first, this is in the Quran.
I cannot say why. I can only say why I think. I cannot say why because I'm not a scholar.
I can show it to you from Sahih al-Bukhari, and I can show it to you from the Quran. Open chapter 55, verse number 72. حور مقصورات في الخيام. مقصورات في الخيام. And read the explanation.
About the 72 virgins.
50, yeah, this is about the 72. Even the verse number is 72. This is why it's put in there.
Yes,
72.
I said yes. This is entitled for a man if he does jihad.
Why?
And that's
no.
Why?
It's about jihad. No.
Why?
This is not about jihad. This is any Muslim. He will get those 72 women. It's not about jihad.
But here's,
I can show you.
Here's the interesting part to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have studied Christianity, I've studied Judaism and many other religions, and I agree with a lot of aspects about it because you asked me that online. But I'm addressing to what you said about jihad. Here's what happens and what's happening now and what people are doing now. In the Quran does not say you kill innocent people, and that's what many Muslims.
The Quran say kill innocent people, but this is my topic. You see, you are changing my topic. I put you in hold. You are changing my topic because simply you are ashamed of the Quran. Allah wanna give the man 72 women. Why he don't give you 72 men? This is our topic. Don't change. Later we will talk about
Are you done?
Don't change the topic, please. One by one.
That to me,
one.
Shows that you're weak. That you do not want to continue.
The one
to
is
discuss
weak
it. If
is
you're going to put music over my words,
to jihad.
it means you're weak.
When we are not talking
it
about
means
jihad.
you're not willing to discuss it. And I'm trying to be mature with you. I'm trying to have a...
Don't talk about mature. Your prophet, he said, women, they are half a brain. ناقصات عقل ودين. So you never be mature and you will never be mature. And actually he said most of women, they will end in hell. This is your prophet word. I can pause the hadith in a second. So don't tell me about being mature. Your prophet never considered you mature. And the proof, I can beat you if I'm a Muslim. I can marry 4 of you and I can beat you. And not only that, chapter 2 verse number 282 says that women are not equal to men in the court. Why? Because you're not mature. 2 women equal to 1 man in the court. Now, I will give you the mic. Answer me about this verse. Why the man will be given 72 women, but he will not be given any men? Go ahead.
I will answer by saying, only God knows. God knows what men want.
Is that an answer?
God knows
only
what
God
men
knows.
are tempted.
Is that how justice is? Is that how justice? God, He decided to give you. You are a Muslim. You pray 5 times. You fast. You do everything Allah asks you for.
Alhamdulillah.
So why Allah will give the man 72 women? He don't give you 72 men.
So the more important thing is, when you go to heaven, you can wish for anything you want. So who's to...
Just wait, please. You can wish anything you want, so you can wish to have 100,000 men and Allah will give them to you? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you hear what I said?
No. You can wish whatever
That's because
you want.
you blocked me. I said when you go to heaven, you can wish for anything you want.
Like what?
So
like what?
Women
like
can
what?
wish for anything they want, just as much as men can wish for anything they want. So
No.
The main point...
Are you saying to me you can have a lot of men for sex in the heaven too, as the man?
It's all halal. Everything is
So
everything in heaven is perfect. There's no sin in heaven.
Where you can show me Allah saying that the women, she will have a lot of men, same as the Muslim man will have. Can you show me that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say there's a... I said there's no verse that says women can have 72 men in heaven.
So you are making things up. The Quran...
I'm not making up. Sir, in heaven...
Lady?
You can wish for anything.
Like
you can
what?
have
like
anything.
What?
You are never incomplete.
Can you have a lot of men?
You never feel like you're missing out.
Lady, can
you can wish for anything and your wish is granted.
Okay, can you as a Muslim woman, please listen to me. Can you as a Muslim woman wish to have 72 men and Allah will give them to you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you as a Muslim woman wish for 72 men and Allah will grant you the men?
In heaven?
Yes.
Allahu Alam.
What do you mean Allahu Alam? Give me the answer.
I've never been in heaven. I cannot answer that question.
So don't
I've
make
never
things
been
up.
in heaven.
Your God Allah promised only the men.
How am I making it up?
So Allah promised only the men, and this is not justice.
Jannah, heaven is perfect. So if a woman, let's say a woman wanted something in heaven, she would get it, no matter what that wish is.
Because I just asked you,
there's no such thing as feeling sad or feeling hurt or feeling depressed in heaven. There's no such thing.
Are you going to be given? Are you going to be given the right of having a lot of men? Yes or no?
I cannot speak for that. Allahu Alam.
So what you are saying?
The main point is, I don't care whether I get men or not. The point is, I want to get to heaven. That's the point.
Okay, why?
I don't care how I get there. I want to get there.
No,
but I don't.
But you are
the thing
yourself.
Is,
you are contradicting yourself. You are saying Allah will grant you any wish. In the same time, I asked you if you wish to have men, He will grant you that. You said I don't know. You just told me He will grant you any wish. So say yes, Allah will grant me 72 horny men.
I will say, inshallah, God willing. He will grant any wish that any person wants in heaven. I kept saying Allahu Alam. Inshallah, I cannot say yes or no for a fact, but inshallah, God willing. He will grant any wish,
Lady,
God willing.
You knew your Prophet, he mentioned many hadith, and all of them say clearly that you will be given in the heaven to one of the Muslim men. You will not have any except one man. He will have many women, in the top of them all his wives on earth. And I can show you the hadith. And you know what it exists there, but you are trying to deny that or trying to avoid to talk about. Isn't it your prophet, he said, that you will get all those hur in the top of them, your wife on earth? Yes or no?
Can you repeat that? I don't
Did your prophet
understand.
says, you will get all, no, not you, sorry, the man. You will get all the women. Allah promised him, in the top of them all his wives on earth, correct?
Okay.
So you will be given to the man anyway. One of those men, Muslim mujahideen or Muslim fighter or Muslim good believers, he is going to be, you are a gift to him. You yourself a reward of a man, but you will never be rewarded. Correct?
Can you just ask the question, because I don't know what you're trying to say.
The man.
I'm sorry. I don't know if it's a station, but something is getting in the way. I don't know if it's static.
No problem. Okay.
Your voice is very distant.
Okay.
Can you repeat it again?
No problem. Listen to me from the phone, please, not from the web page. Your prophet, he said, Allah will give the men in the heaven all the hur Allah grant them for, and in the top of them all their women in earth, correct?
Okay.
So
you
yourself, you will be a reward for one of those men, which supposedly may be your husband now. But you will not get 72 men like him. No, you will be one of many women in his palace. So simply, instead of having one husband, 4 wives on earth,
heaven?
In heaven, yes. In heaven. We're talking about heaven, lady. Okay. When you go there, your husband, he will have his 4 wives, like if he did marry in his lifetime 50 wives, he will have them in his bedroom. In the top of them, the 72. Now, you yourself are reward, but you have no reward.
Who are you to say that I have no reward?
That is what the Prophet says. Hello? Your reward is to be with your husband, that's all.
But the Prophet never mentioned what else is there in heaven. He only mentioned certain parts. That's what I mean about the Quran.
What else?
Like Bible and Torah and Quran.
You will be with your husband.
There's certain parts that are not mentioned.
Like
and
what?
You cannot say that only heaven consists of this. Heaven will only be the women being in a palace with one guy or something like that. You cannot be so literal and cannot focus on something that God has
I want to ask you about something else.
As a part of a
What about Allah will give the man in the heaven beautiful boys to serve them? How you explain that to me?
Okay. Sir, when we inshallah, when we go to heaven, we are pure. And to be honest, personally, I don't mind who what I'm doing in heaven, who I'm with, as long as I get there. That's the main point. And if I am in a palace with a lot of females and we have to share one man, honestly, I will be at ease, I will be at rest knowing that I am in heaven. It's a better thought and a better situation than being in hell. And that's all I really care about personally, since you asked what I think.
Do you have a guarantee that this is really
Now listen. Sir, can I speak?
Listen.
The main thing is to focus on how to get to heaven instead of focusing on something so small like how many girls does a guy get in heaven, because that's only a certain part, and not every man who dies in the name of God gets that, because some men don't do it the right way. They bomb themselves, they bomb other innocent people, and that has nothing to do with the name of Islam. That has nothing to do with the Quran, because the Quran says that you die in the name of God, but you do not kill innocent people. And that man in Texas killed innocent people. And those people on 9/11 killed innocent people. But Allahu A'lam, God only knows if they're going to heaven or hell, but what they did was wrong.
We are changing topic now. What innocent people in Islam?
I'm sorry?
What innocent people in Islam mean?
innocent people are those who don't deserve to be killed, are those who are not
Who
involved
deserve to be
with
killed?
war
Who
or
deserve to be
violence
killed? Who deserve
or
to be killed?
causing
Who deserve to be killed?
any sort of dispute.
Who
that
deserve to
you
be
have to
killed?
be. For example, I'll give you an example where, inshallah, the men who die in this, in this place or this situation, inshallah, they will go to heaven. Inshallah, Allah A'lam, but I'm telling you a situation. Let's say, I'm talking about right now.
No, I don't know. Tell me. Are you there?
Until they die. Both
Repeat again, please, because I lost your voice. Repeat again what you said. Can you repeat again?
decide to go and kill Israeli men. He is defending himself, defending his country, fighting in the name of God. Inshallah, he will go to heaven. However, if a man went to the supermarket, blew himself up, and blew other people...
Listen. Just wait. I have to put you on mute because I want you to repeat again. I did not hear a word. I lost your phone for some reason. So I will take you from a hold. Repeat again what you said, please. I did not hear anything. Go ahead. Do you hear me? Repeat again, please. I did not hear any word. Hello?
I already told you what I...
No, repeat again,
it
please.
Seems like you,
I lost my
it
voice.
seems like you don't want to hear it because you know it's the truth,
lady.
or you don't want
me.
other people listening
Lady,
to it because you know I speak the truth, and you don't want them to hear what I want to say because you want them to listen to the media. You want them to listen to what the media says and feel...
What's wrong with you? This is a show, is recorded. When we play it later, you will see your voice is not coming through. I'm not lying to you. And I'm asking you to repeat it again, please. Because we did not hear a word. I'm not trying to silence you. Repeat again. If I want to silence you, I will not say repeat again, please. Go ahead, repeat again.
Okay. For a man to die in the name of God, the right way, again, I'm saying, inshallah, Allahu A'lam, I'm saying, for jihad to be in the right way. Of course, there are many meanings for jihad, but one example is if a man died for his country in the name of God, in the name of dying for one God, for his religion, for his country, for his people, for his land, is if, for example, during a war, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, both sides know that they may die. So if a Palestinian man went and killed Israeli men, he's defending himself. He's defending his country. He's defending his land. And the Jews, the Israelis know, they know that they're going to fight back. And subhanAllah, even the smallest kids throw rocks. That's a form of defense. That's a form of jihad, because jihad is not a holy war. Jihad is when you struggle to do what's right, struggle to do justice in a situation where injustice is happening. And it can be so many things. For example, wearing hijab in the U.S. is a form of jihad, because you're wearing it around people who hate your religion, around people who hate the thought of wearing hijab. So that's a form of jihad. Another form of jihad is when you defend somebody from a fight. If two people are fighting and you defend a person because some person called that boy a name, and you say that's wrong, that's a form of jihad, because you're doing justice. So jihad, in a way, it's not a holy war. It doesn't mean blow yourself up. Doesn't mean blow innocent people up. It means you do the right thing when you are in a situation where people are when people are going against you for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
And it's happening everywhere, sir. But
okay, let us go now. Let us go for the first thing you said. The first thing you said, when the Palestinian, he defend himself against the Israeli, he is doing jihad. So how you explain to me Allah in the Quran in chapter 5 verse 21 saying to Moses to go and kill the Palestinian?
Again, Moses had a message by God at that time.
Oh,
and whatever
so
he
you
did,
can kill the Palestinian at that time.
Whatever
it was okay?
he did, even though he had a message by God to kill Palestinian, my people that I consider my people, I don't see that as wrong, because he had a message by God. And whatever God says is right.
Okay. So
because God is perfect.
If killing the Palestinian is good if they are not Muslims, killing the Palestinian is bad if they are a Muslim. Is that what you are saying?
I'm sorry?
Killing the Palestinian is good if they are not Muslims, killing the Palestinian is bad if they are a Muslim. This is what you're saying to me. Allah told Moses
No,
to
I
kill the
didn't.
Palestinian. This is what you're saying.
You're giving me an example of a prophet, sir, and a prophet does what God tells him.
Doesn't matter. Just hold, please. Hold on. I put you on hold. You just said that you don't have a problem with Moses killing all the Palestinian because simply Allah ordered him to do that. Why? Because they are Muslims. But now, because they are Muslims, you don't want anyone to be killed. This is wrong. Now you have the right as a Palestinian to defend yourself and kill the Israeli. Before, Moses and his army can kill the Palestinian, and he's a good guy. Why is that? Go ahead.
It's interesting music you have on there.
I don't have a music, lady. Go ahead.
Yeah, you put music on to block me out.
This is the phone. When I put you in hold, it's me. When you're hearing music, it's me you're on hold because we can't talk at the same time. Now answer me, please. How good it is to kill Palestinians when they are not Muslims, and at the same time, it is not right to kill the Palestinians when they are Muslim. Is that fair?
I didn't say that. You said that. I said that. I said that what they're doing in Israel right now is wrong. Okay, not because they're Israelis, not because they're Jewish, but because they're taking land over the Palestinians, and they're taking it unfairly.
This is the land of the Jewish. The Quran says that Allah gave the land to the Jewish. It is Allah's fault. It is Allah who ordered the Jew to go and take it, correct?
Why do you think Christianity was formed? Why do you think Islam was formed after that? Don't you agree that maybe something happened? That God sent Jesus to spread a message, God sent Muhammad to spread a message, because something happened with the Jews?
Lady,
don't you agree that something happened? Otherwise, if that was a true religion, if the Jews really obeyed God, if the Jews really obeyed Moses, wouldn't Judaism be the religion and the only religion right now?
Okay.
But
okay, you see, I have to put you in hold again. You are changing the topic. My topic is why it is Allah. It is Allah want to take the land of the Palestinian. When you say the Jewish, they took the land of the Palestinian, who gave it to them? It is Allah. So we have to blame Allah, not the Jew. Do you agree? Go ahead.
You don't have to put me on hold that long. You can just put me on for a second.
Because you keep talking. We can't talk at the same time.
Understand.
So, Allah gave the land to the Jew. Shouldn't we blame Allah for this problem?
Of course not.
Why?
Because it's people who create problems, not God. It's people who create the problems in this world.
Okay. Just wait. If Allah gave the land to the Jewish and the Palestinian was living there, is that right?
I have a perfect point for that. If Allah gave the land to the Jews, why weren't they living there all these years? What happened? Why suddenly after the Holocaust did they ask for it back? After generations of Arab Muslims were living there, generations of Palestinians.
Listen. Okay, let me put you on hold again. If Allah gave it to you, regardless who took it from you, you will take it back. This is my answer to you. Isn't it Allah is God and He is the one is right one? Allah gave the land to the Jew. They have a documentation in your book in the Quran says Allah gave us this. Shouldn't Allah, or maybe Allah was wrong? You said no. So they have the right to come back to their house anytime. This is a gift from them, from Allah to the Jewish. And you said very funny thing that it's okay to kill the Palestinian when they are not a Muslim, but it's wrong to kill the Palestinian when they are a Muslim. This is hypocrisy. You're mine. Go ahead.
Can you answer that?
I did not hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I said, why suddenly did the Jews claim Israel as their land after the Holocaust, after so many years when Muslims and Arabs were living there all their lives?
What do you mean suddenly? Jesus is from where?
Can you answer my question?
What do you mean suddenly? This is their land. This is their land forever.
No, I asked you a question about Israel.
About what?
Why did the Jews claim it after the Holocaust and not when Moses...
They claim it up always. This is their land. But if they cannot have it, doesn't mean they don't claim it.
Right, but after all those years, why after the Holocaust?
Because now
why
they can
couldn't
get
they claim
it back.
It before?
Because now they can get it back. It's their land.
Right, you don't have an answer to that. You're just saying excuses
now
that now
they can have it.
Now suddenly after the Holocaust, because
okay, let me put you on hold again. The Jewish for hundreds of years, thousands of years, they are looking to go back to their home. And the proof, when the Babylon took them to Iraq, they go back to Jerusalem after 70, 80 years of slavery. When the Pharaoh take them to Egypt, they go back to Jerusalem. It's mean always the Jewish, their dream is to live in their own city, in their own hometown. All the Jewish in the world. But always there is people who forbid them from doing that, either the Roman, or then the Muslims, or whatever take over, you know, he kicked them away. So those people, when they get a chance to get back, they get back. Now you don't want to answer me why Allah is being unfair, because if it's unfair to take the land of somebody, how come it was fair that Allah take the land from the Palestinian, giving it to the Jew? You're Macron. Go ahead.
I just want to say that I have nothing against Jews or Christians or Hindus, Buddhists, because I know many people, I have many friends from all different types of religions and cultures, and I respect them all.
Can you have?
I'm just answering what you're asking me.
No, lady, you are lying to me. You are lying to me. You are lying to me, with my respect to you. A Muslim, he cannot take a friend from the Jew or the Christian.
And you're going to show me a verse, because there's a verse in the Quran that says that, right?
5:51. Go ahead.
Yes,
I can show you many, by the way. Not only one. I can show you more than 10.
Yes, there's more than one.
Right.
There's more than one verse.
Correct.
But the thing is, many people take those verses literally, and they say that.
Oh.
Because, sir,
yeah,
if I actually, right now, I have many different types of, friends from everywhere, but does that make me a bad Muslim? No, because Muslim embraces people from everywhere. Islam is a religion for everyone. So if it's not a religion for everyone, then what are we going to do? Isolate ourselves from other people?
Okay, so answer.
I live in a world. I live in the West.
No,
I live in the U.S.
You are just using taqiyya.
How is it?
You are using taqiyya, lady. Your prophet in the Quran say clearly, don't take them as a friends and protectors. Now you live in the USA. Does that mean you accept the president of USA to be your president? The Quran say no, you cannot. So you are practicing taqiyya, which is allowed in Islam to lie. And you are saying to me, I have many friends when the Quran, actually your prophet, he said in the hadith, don't initiate salam to the Christian and the Jew. And if you meet any of them, force them to the most narrow alley. And you are telling me you can take a Christian and a Jew as a friends?
Well, you know what? I am. And I will continue to do that, because I believe that this is how they see, this is an opportunity to see Muslims for how they really are. And my friends see me for how I am, not the Muslims seen on TV. So I'm going to take that risk, sir. And inshallah, Allah... Just wait.
I will put you on hold. Take a risk to go to hell, because the Quran say clearly, the one who take them as a friends is one of them is an out of mercy. Simple, clear. Open Ibn Kathir, open Al-Qurtubi, open Al-Tabari, open Al-Jalalain, open any explanation book, all of them saying the one who take them as a friends is going to go to hell unless he is lying. It's okay. Your mic. Answer. Isn't this what all the Muslim scholars say?
I already answered.
You did not.
Did you hear me?
No. You was on hold. I said to you, Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, and Sahih Al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Musnad Ahmad, Ibn Majah, Ibn Dawood, all of them say that a Muslim cannot take a Christian or a Jew as a friend. And if you do that, even the Quran say that, with the explanation, if you take a Christian or a Jew as a friend, you became one of them. Correct or wrong?
Sir, I answered your question.
Correct or wrong?
I answered your question.
No, you did not.
I know what you're saying.
You told me, no. Simply, if you're scholars and your prophet himself saying you cannot do that, what you say in a radio station...
Can I actually flip this and ask you, do you think a person is a bad Muslim if he doesn't, have friends, from, Christian, Jews? Do you think he's a bad Muslim?
The good Muslim is the one who hates us. The good Muslim is the one who kills us. The good Muslim is the one who kidnaps women. The good Muslim is the one who do what is written in the Quran.
You're very mistaken.
Let me show you.
It's really sad
in chapter 4, verse 24,
how this has gotten to this point, sir.
Lady, just wait. You're on hold again. In chapter 4, verse 24, it says that a Muslim man, he can rape unmarried women. Just because she is a Christian enslaved by him. Explain that to me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why do you put me on hold when I'm trying to
Because
answer?
we cannot talk in the same time. Chapter 4, verse 24.
I never heard you.
You can.
I never heard. Can't you tell me that you want to speak instead of block me?
I'm repeating again
Well,
because we cannot talk in the same time. I'm giving you a chance. This is your chance. Chapter 4,
Well,
verse
you
24.
actually you didn't give me a chance. You
You
said
see, you don't
answer
wanna
and then
talk.
you blocked me
You
when
don't
I'm
want to
trying to
answer
speak.
because we cannot talk in the same time. You
Exactly.
Muslims,
So why can't you give me my time to answer? I gave
no,
you
it's
your
not your
time
time
to
to answer. It's
recite
my
the
time.
verses of the hadith.
You
I
are
gave you the
saying
time.
things is a lie.
But yeah, when
I
it comes
am the
to
one
me, you
showing the
block
hadith.
me.
I am the one showing the Quran. You refuse to read the
But-
Quran. You are ashamed of your Quran.
Can I answer?
You don't want to answer. If you want to answer, read
I
the verse
do,
for me.
but you
Read
won't
the-
let me.
Okay, read the
sir.
verse for me.
I've been trying to answer this
Read
whole
the
time.
verse for me, please.
Everything that you said is correct.
Okay.
I did not deny anything. It's correct.
Okay.
And I've read those verses. And I know those verses. Alhamdulillah, I know what you're trying to say. However, like I said, there's many different interpretations. And there's nobody out there that says this is the correct interpretation because nobody is God. You know what I mean? So
nobody
everybody...
knows.
So
Nobody knows.
if I'm taking a risk by having, Christian, Jewish friends, that's a risk I'm willing to take because at least they see me for who I am. At least they see a Muslim for who a Muslim is instead of those people portrayed on TV.
Which Muslim?
So
Okay,
if that's a risk, if that's a sin, sir, if that's a sin, God forgive me. But that's a sin
What do you
I'm
mean
willing to
forgive
do.
you? No. The verse says, وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. So you are saying that if you became one friend to them, you became one of them, and Allah called you.
So you think
the bad one.
think becoming Christian is bad?
This is
Because
what your
you're
God
kind
saying.
of contradicting yourself. You're saying you're becoming
Listen,
one of them.
This
and
is what
that's
your
bad.
God saying. This is your God words.
How is that bad, sir?
Actually, your God says we are the worst creatures. Your God, Allah called us as the wab, which means animals. Your
لا
God
لا لا.
is the one. Do you want to show the verse?
انتوا
Do you-
المسيحيين واليهود
Do you
من
want
أهل
me to
الكتاب
Listen,
من
do
أهل
you-
الكتاب and there's a verse that says they are the people of the book, so you respect them and you give them dignity and you
Your
respect them.
prophet-
Christians and Jews and Muslims are people
Lady,
of the book,
lady,
and
if I
they
show
come
you-
from the prophets Musa and Isa, and
Lady,
that's why we have to respect them.
Do
We
you want
don't
me to show you
hurt
the
them.
verse?
We don't
Do
try
you-
and.
Do you want to show you the verse? Open chapter 8, verse number 55.
I know the verse.
No, you
I
do
know
not
what you're
it.
reading. I have
You
it
do
right
not
in
know
front
it.
of me, sir.
Okay, read it for me. Read it. If you know it.
The chapter 5, the one that you
No,
exactly
I'm not
that you
talking about
just said,
chapter 5.
and
I said your
responded.
God. I said
I
your
responded
God.
to your question, but it's
See,
like you don't want to. You don't want to hear it. It's
you
like
don't want to
every
answer.
time I try and say
You
something
are
positive
saying
or
that
try and say
God-
my opinion on it,
No.
you don't want to hear it.
You are not putting
And
your
that's
opinion.
what kind of frustrates me because
Okay, just hold. You see, we cannot talk at the same time. When I showed you your God, Allah saying, if you take your hold, don't talk. Allah says, if you take them as a friend, you are one of them. You said to me, I can be one of them. You have no problem with that. Allah saying, if you take one of them, you became a bad person. You said to me, are you saying to me Christians are bad? It's not me who's saying that. It is Allah. You see how you play with the words? Your God, Allah saying, the one who take them as friends is bad. And your Prophet explained the verse. If you take them, you are out of mercy of Allah. You will never enter heaven. And you are not a Muslim. And you are the same as they are, which means you are filthy. Now, you answer me. Go ahead. Speak.
can I show you
Read the verse.
okay. This is just from Surah 5 Al-Ma'idah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to read it in English or Arabic? Which one do you prefer?
This is the one you choose. You chose this one for. This is abrogated verse.
It's the one about Christians and Jews.
This
It's
is
about
abrogated, lady. This is an abrogated verse. Don't you know what abrogation mean?
you don't want to hear the verse?
No, you go ahead. What does verse have to do with our topic anyway? What does verse have to do with our
You said
topic?
you were talking about Christians and Jews and how we're not supposed to be friends with them, and I'm trying to explain it to you.
What,
but
you
don't
said
wanna hear it.
5:18, correct? You said 5:18.
Yes,
Okay.
5:18.
And this one about being a friend to them. Show me that.
I'm sorry.
This verse about being a friend to the Christians.
It's It's talking about what happened.
This is not our topic. What happened? First, the verse is full of mistakes.
Okay,
it
right after that. Right after that. O people of the book, Ya Ahl al-Kitab, that a messenger has come. That just shows that it ties all three of us, like all three religions together. Christians,
what a messenger
Jews,
come? Wait.
Ya Ahl al-Kitab, O people of the book, is mentioned several times in the Quran. Several.
Lady, you do not know how to read the Quran. This is not verse number 18. You are reading number 19. In the Quran, the number come after the verse, not before it. So learn how to read your book. You are teaching me about your religion, but you do not know.
I'm reading my book, right? I have the Quran right in front of me,
chapter
sir.
5,
And considering the fact that I'm Muslim,
lady,
I don't think it's your place to even question what I'm reading and question my belief.
I am a scholar.
Because you're the one misinterpreting.
Just wait. I'll put you on hold. You said the chapter 5, verse 18, but you are reading 5:19. Did you get the point? I am teaching you how to read your Quran. In the Quran, verses come after, the number come after the verse, not before. Are you Ahmadiyya? The mic is yours. Are you Ahmadiyya because you are using the wrong Quran? Are you Ahmadiyya?
There's only one version of the Quran.
Are you Ahmadiyya? No, there's many versions. There's many versions.
The Bible has been changed, but the Quran has never been changed. So each version that you read is the right one.
Lady, there is many versions, and the proof you are quoting for me verse number 18 as you said, but it is 19.
No, I said 19. I said
no,
the one after
19.
That
you said
is Ya Ahl al-Kitab. If you heard me right, unless you blocked me again, I said verse 19, Ya Ahl al-Kitab.
We are recording.
قد جاءكم رسولنا يبين لكم على فترة من الرسول. That's what I said. Verse 19. I said the one after 18, after وقالت اليهود. I said Ya Ahl al-Kitab. Why would I confuse those verses if I didn't have it in front of me? Okay. Why would I make that up?
What this verse is about? Nothing. What does this have to do with our topic?
Because you're talking about Christians and Jews and Muslims not being friends, and I was just pointing out that
no, but we are kuffar.
People of the book.
We are kuffar.
I'm sorry?
We are kuffar in the Quran, correct? Are we kuffar? The Christians, are they kuffar in the Quran or not?
The ones who believe that Jesus is God, kuffar, of course.
So don't tell me Christians are your friends. You see, we are kuffar. We are called dogs. We are called monkeys.
Here's the thing. There's different sects in Christianity.
You see how hypocrite there's only one Christianity.
Some Christians tell me they believe Jesus is God. Some Christians tell me that God...
Let me put you on hold. Listen. All Christians in this world exist believe Jesus is God. And your Quran says whoever believes that Jesus is God is a kuffar. So you cannot take the kuffar as a friend. You can take only the Christians who believe Jesus is just a prophet, and those are Muslims. Those are not Christians. Now your mic. Go ahead. You believe you can take the Christians who are your friends, as you said, from those who believe Jesus is not God. Now who is the Christian in the world who believe Jesus is not God? Tell me. Hello?
I can name many.
Name. Go ahead.
The thing is,
Name one Christian.
There's Catholics. There's Pentecostal. There's
Lady, don't lie. The Catholic believe that Jesus is God. And you are lying. There's not even one Christian in the world believe that Jesus is not God. Now, this is mean you cannot take anyone as a friend unless he believes Jesus is not God. Great. I got my point now. It's mean all the American who they are Christians believe that Jesus is God is your enemy. Correct? Go ahead.
Okay, can I clarify?
Go ahead.
Okay. A kuffar is someone who does not believe in God. And Christians, you know, they obviously believe in God.
No.
Jews believe in God. Muslims, of course.
Just wait. Your God says, لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثَ ثَلَاثَةٍ. Chapter 5, verse number 73. Don't tell me they don't believe in God. They believe in God. But they share God with God. And those are the Christian. And here they are talking specifically about the Christian. Chapter 5, verse number 73. Now, why Muslims love to lie? Your mic. Go ahead. Why you are lying to us? Chapter 5.
How am I lying to you? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you I have Christian friends. If I was lying, I'd be like, if I was lying, I'd tell you I have no Christian friends. I have no Jewish friends. But that would be a lie.
Trust me, I know it. You have no friends. You are lying to us. Chapter 5, verse number 73 says, لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثَ ثَلَاثَةٍ. Those who believe that Allah is the third or one of the three, they are kuffar. He's talking about the Christian,
yes,
correct?
Those who associate, yes, they are. That's
so
what I
kuffar.
said. Those who associate with God, it's like I said, shirk. Shirk is association with God.
So
but
we Christian
there
are
some
kuffar.
Christians. I'm serious. I have a Christian friend who says that God is separate from Jesus. I don't know where she got that idea from, but she tells me she was raised.
Listen. Oh, this is the one you are taking him as a friend, the one who don't believe. Do this Christian believe Jesus is God or not? Don't tell me about separate. Do this Christian believe Jesus is God or not?
They believe that God created Jesus. That's what she told me. That they are
God
separate.
Created Jesus.
My other Christian.
She is no Christian. This is a Muslim. This is your Muslim friend. This is your Muslim friend, and you are lying. There is no Christian in this earth. He believes that Jesus is not God. Jesus is not the Son of God. Jesus is created by Allah. This is what Muslims believe. So you are playing games going around in a circle. The verse is very clear. And if you read the explanation or the book of Asbab al-Nuzul, you will see your prophet talking about us, the Christian. So simply, you are creating your own list of friends, calling them Christians, trying to play games. So let us make it clear. Anyone who believes Jesus is God is your enemy, correct? Correct?
What's correct?
Anyone who believes that Jesus is God, in Islam he is an enemy to Allah, correct?
Allahu Alam.
Well, don't tell me Allah. Don't be a liar. The verse is very clear. It says they are kuffar.
I'm not a liar,
and the kuffar,
because Allahu Alam means God only knows. And
only
that's
Allah knows. So what Islam is about? If nobody knows except Allah, so what Islam is exist? Islam is exist to teach you the truth, correct? The Quran says the kuffar are the enemy of Allah. Do you agree, or do you want me to show you the verse?
No, I know.
You know? So why you are saying? Why you are saying?
Who am I to
knows?
say that Christians are not going to heaven? I can't say.
Listen. It is not you who's saying that. The Quran, chapter 5, verse number 73. لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا. Those who they are Christian, they are kuffar. So we will go to hell. You like it or not, according to Allah. For me, I will be in heaven, and you will be in hell. You are changing the topic because you cannot answer.
Why do you think I'm gonna go to hell?
Because you are worshipping. Okay, how God can be a leg? You tell me how you worship.
Why do you think you just told me that I'm gonna go to hell? Why do you think I'm going to hell?
How you worship a leg?
I don't worship the lake.
Allah is a leg.
No, Allah created the lake.
No,
He is the creator.
He is the leg. Open chapter 68, verse number 42 right now. Read it.
Wait, chapter 68?
68, verse number 42.
68?
Verse number 42.
يوم يكشف عن ساق.
عن ساق.
That's the one you're talking about?
Right.
Where does it say that God is a lake?
This is the leg of Allah. Allah is a leg.
The lake of Allah.
Yeah.
Allah created the lake.
No, listen.
Every Muslim knows that. Every person knows that God's the creator.
Okay, lady. The saq in there is the saq of who?
I'm sorry?
The word saq means shin, correct? The word saq means shin. Okay.
Yes.
Allah will uncover the shin. This is the shin of who?
I think you're trying to twist the verse because the verse is trying to say that the lake worships God. It's sujood. It worships. The lake worships God. Every creation from God worships Him. The trees worship Him.
It says He will uncover one leg, not every leg. Read it. يوم يكشف عن ساق, one leg, one shin. And just to help you, go to the explanation of the verse. Why you don't do that? Go to Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, and you can go to Sahih al-Bukhari, the book of softening, the book of heart softening, hadith number 6162. You will see they are asking him, Muhammad, are we going to see our God Allah? He said yes. He said, are you going in the day of resurrection? He said, do you crowd and squeeze each other on looking at the sun when it is not hiding by a cloud? They say no. He said, are you going to be crowd and squeeze each others when looking at the moon when it is full moon, full and not hiding by cloud? They said no. Allah Apostle said, so you will see Him, your Lord, on the judgment day, on the day of resurrection. Similarly, Allah will gather all the people and say, whatever used to worship anything should follow that thing, and then to go down. Allah will come to them in a shape other than they knew, and they will say, and will say, He will say, I am your Lord. Who's talking now? Allah is coming in what? In a shape, which means a physical body. They will say, we seek refuge with Allah from you. The Muslims are rejecting Allah. Why? Because He is coming in a shape different from the one they knew. And then they continue. It says,
Sir?
Listen to the end. Sir. Listen to the end. I want to show you that Allah is going to uncover His shin. It is the shin of Allah. If you go down all the way, you will see it says, and then Allah will uncover His shin. يكشف عن ساقه. Your answer.
Can I respond?
By the way, are you in chat room? If you're in the chat room, I can show you the hadith there. Are you in the chat room?
Go ahead.
Are you in the chat room?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Because I can help you and show you the hadith in there instead of.
It would help if I could see it.
Oh yeah, I can put it in the screen, in the TV.
Okay. But I just am curious because we just read a verse together that said that anything that we associate with God is shirk, is a sin.
But this is God.
So how is the lake?
He is the lake.
How is us worshiping the lake part of Islam when I don't know one Muslim who says that we worship anything other than Allah? I don't know one Muslim who gets that idea. All Muslims know that God is one. That God created the lakes to worship Him. God created the mountains to worship Him.
Don't listen. Did I say that this is not Allah? I said the opposite. I said the leg is Allah. I said the leg is Allah. I'm not saying your God Allah.
It's a creation of Allah.
Listen.
You get that right? Because if you say a lake is Allah, then you're saying that we are Allah, astaghfirullah.
No,
because we are His
creation.
Leg. You cannot say that, sir. You cannot. Because we are not God. We are His creation. We are His servants to worship Him. Just like the lake and the mountains are there to worship Him.
I am not talking about your leg. I'm talking about the leg of Allah. The leg of Allah. The only problem, I'm using different computer for my browser. So what I will do, I'm going to try to post it there or even send it by email to the other computer so they can receive it there.
Who's talking to me in the chat room?
Guys, if anyone in the chat room have the hadith about Allah leg, post it please in the room.
Are you saying? Wait, hold on a second. You're saying leg?
What? Leg. Allah
You're
leg.
Saying
Allah.
L-E-G, not lake?
Leg. L-E-G. Leg.
Oh my gosh.
Saq.
Okay.
Oh my God. This is what the Quran is saying. I'm not the one who's saying that.
No. What I'm saying is that we cannot only look at this and say that you know, this is how God looks like, or we cannot,
So do you
we
agree
cannot
now?
even
Do you
picture
agree
or
that-
draw or even have a image
Do you agree
of what
that
God looks like.
Do you agree that this is how Allah look like now?
I'm sorry?
Do you agree that this is how Allah look like?
I don't know what God looks like.
Well, this is the leg. He is saying he's a leg.
You don't know what that leg looks like.
It doesn't matter. Who care how it looks
Exactly,
like?
it does not matter. What matters is that God is more powerful than anything else, and that we have to
We are
worship Him.
talking about
Doesn't
Allah,
matter what God
lady,
looks like.
Lady,
Doesn't matter.
we are talking about Allah being a leg, and now you just agreed that Allah is a leg. Or what you are saying? Oh, maybe he look. You know,
No, I didn't say that. You said that. You said that Allah's a leg, right? And I said it doesn't matter because God is God. But
is God, even if he's a leg?
you're taking that verse in
even
that way.
The God is leg.
So in a way, you're kind of.
God
it says
is God.
it says the shank. An saqin. It's saying the shank, not God is the shank.
So
it's
Allah
saying
have a-
the shank.
okay,
We don't know
so-
what that
so you
shank
are-
looks
so you
like.
are saying Allah have a
because we are
shank?
human.
So Allah have
and
a
it's,
shank?
it's you can't say that
Okay,
it's
listen,
a human
listen,
shank. You
listen,
cannot.
Listen. Allah is Allah has a shin. Do you agree?
Astaghfirullah. I cannot say because
What do you mean
God is,
astaghfirullah? You just said that Allah he has a shin.
Allah is unique. Allah is one, and
This is not
you
the
cannot
question.
put this-
This is not the question,
You cannot
lady.
put these
This is not the question.
descriptions in people's heads. You
Lady,
can't
my
do that
finger,
because
my
you're not a
finger is
scholar.
unique.
And even scholars cannot do
my
that.
finger is unique. Doesn't make my finger God. Correct? My finger, according to science, there is only one finger like my finger in this whole world, but doesn't make my finger God. So being unique is not a big deal. Secondly, we are talking about this shin. Why Allah he have a shin? And by the way, this is the hadith. I'm posting it to you in the room, in different name. You see it? Wadi 33. He's posting the hadith. This is the hadith. Open it. Allah he have a shape and he
I
have a
don't
physical.
see
Sorry, I'm posting the wrong one. Sorry. Let me post the other one. Okay, here we go. This is the one. Open this one.
Where are you
Allah,
posting it?
Allah is a shin, and what you are saying
In
to
the
me.
sir, in the Quran it says the day that the shank shall be laid bare. It does not say Allah is the shank. It
Oh,
says
read the
the
hadith.
day
Okay, read
that
the
the
hadith.
shank shall be laid bare,
Read the hadith.
and they shall be summoned
Lady,
to prostrate.
okay, read the hadith. You will see what your prophet meant. Your prophet speaking about seeing Allah. What they will see, they ask him, what we will see? He said he will uncover his shin. Read it. It's in front of you.
You cannot say his. You cannot. You
Lady,
can't
it
give
is not
descriptions
me.
to God.
It is
Even though
not-
it says in the Quran, the shank.
Lady,
You can't give
it
a
is-
description
it
to what
is
the
not-
shank looks like.
Lady,
You know
what's
what I
wrong with
mean?
you?
Like you're focusing on something so small.
What's wrong with
You have
you?
to focus on the big picture.
Lady,
Focus that
Lady,
the
what's-
main picture out of this verse is saying that
lady,
the people will not be able.
Lady, it's
That's
not,
what it's trying to
not
say.
me. It's not me who is saying his shin. It's your prophet. Are you saying your prophet is wrong? Read the hadith. Your prophet saying Allah will uncover his shin. Not me saying that. Now after you see it, then you have to agree with your prophet, and suddenly I was wrong before, I'm right now. Now why your prophet saying his shin?
What did you write in the?
Why your prophet saying his shin? I'm giving you the hadith. Why your prophet
I can't-
saying?
Your writing religious is not in this room. I don't know what you're saying.
What do you mean right? Which room you are in?
You're writing it
Are you in the Christ is Lord?
in the room.
Are you in the Christ is Lord? Islam is fast room? Are you in my room?
Yes.
Are you in my room?
In the
Are
room that
you-
you're in right now.
Are you in my room?
Yes.
Okay.
You see my
You
response?
see, there's a guy, his name is Wadi. He's posting for you a link. Wadi 33. This is the link. Open it and read it.
I don't see the
What?
link right now.
Well, everybody is seeing it. How come you didn't see it? If you are in the room, you will see it.
There's.
Sahih al-Bukhari.
I mean, I'm not even joking around. I can't even see the link.
What do you mean you don't see it? I mean, come on. Everybody can see it.
All I see is I tried to tell him, and he on Pal Talk, no. That's all I'm seeing.
What in Pal
I don't
Talk?
see any link.
What are you talking about? Are you in Christ is Lord room? What is your name in Christ is Lord?
What?
What is your name? What is your name in the
Why
in
does
the
it
chat
matter what
room?
my name is?
What is your name? No, because I want to see if you are in the room or not. Because the room
Yeah,
is
in the room it's real.
okay, everybody is posting the link. How come you don't
Religious.
see it? Everybody is posting the link. They are flooding the room with the link. How come you don't see it?
I don't know.
Are you in the room? It's called the Christ is Lord. Islam is false.
No.
This is
I
my
am
room.
in.
No, go to my
Christian
room.
one.
You are in the wrong room. Go to Christ is Lord. Islam is false. Okay. Go in the social issue under human right.
I cannot because I'm not a member.
You are not what?
A member.
You are not an A member, or are you calling from the Middle East? What do you?
I'm not a member, so I cannot go in more than 2 chat rooms.
Well, go out of
letting
the chat.
me stay
Go out,
in
go
Christian
out.
chat room.
Okay,
So if there's any way you can come in here and post
why
it.
you wanna stay there? Just leave that chat room so you can see the link. Don't you wanna see it? Your prophet saying.
Yes, but I don't know how to get to that one you're talking about.
Okay, this is why I'm asking you what your name, so we can invite you and we can add you.
Okay, did you just...
Okay, go
what's
to the
it called?
social issue. Ready? Close that room you are in. Go to social issue. Click at the human right, and then my room in the top.
Is it God chat?
No, it's called the Christ is Lord, Islam is false debate TV. Christ
Excuse me?
debate TV. It's called the Christ is Lord, Islam is false debate TV. I don't know what is hard about this.
I'm looking in the chat rooms and I don't see it.
In the human right. Human right.
I still don't see it. He
Anyway.
keeps saying he can't come here. He's on Pal Talk. I don't know what that means.
Who is in here? Who cannot come here? What are you talking about?
LeBrock, that's your name. I thought that was you talking.
My name is Barack. Who's Barack? Somebody is playing my voice in
Love
there.
Brock, the one that you
Okay, lady.
messaged me.
There's many people they are playing my show in their rooms. Doesn't make them my room. My room is called the Christ is Lord.
Okay, I cannot find that chat room. If I could find it, believe me, I would be there. But I can't find it for some reason.
Go to the social issue. It's very easy. You can find it. It's very easy. Social issue, human right, and my room in the top of a section. It's called the Christ is Lord, Islam is false debate TV.
I'm just curious. Did you convert?
This is not our topic for now. Let us focus on our topic. How Allah is going to uncover His shin. Your God have a shin.
I know. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, if you're embarrassed to admit it, or
I'm trying to show you, not my words, to show you that you are wrong. This is your prophet saying that, and I'm trying to get you in here.
I don't agree with what you just said about my prophet.
It doesn't matter.
I would like it if you don't.
This is what Sahih Bukhari says. Who cares if you agree or not? This is what your prophet said, and you have yourself as a Muslim, you have to agree
and I
about
agree.
everything
I agree
Muhammad
with
said.
everything that my prophet says, and everything he says is right.
So, did we arrive to the point where you find that Allah is going to uncover His shin and He have a shin?
I agree that there's going to be certain people in heaven in Al-Firdaus that they're going to be lucky to even be near Allah, and Allah is going to try and uncover part of Himself, but people will be so...
Here we go. So now we agree that Allah have parts, and one of His parts is a shin, correct?
Allahu A'lam.
Well, yeah, I see. When you put a Muslim in the corner, he said, "You only Allah knows." What is
You know why, sir? Even though I understand, it says on the Quran, but I personally don't put descriptions on God.
It's not you.
Just Christians, I know Christians. This is the difference between Islam and Christianity. Because Christianity, they draw Jesus and they worship Jesus, even though they don't know what like.
No, we
That's
know
what
how he
I
look
don't
like.
understand,
Lady,
is that they draw his face,
lady,
yet they don't know what he looks like.
Lady, our God, he can come to us in any image he want. And when we say Jesus is a man, he was a man. It doesn't matter how his face looked like exactly. Who care? But he came as a man. But now we found that your God Allah is a leg. He have parts, which mean he have a physical body. You rejected Jesus for being a man. You accepted Allah for being a shin.
No, I think that's what you're trying to say, and I'm not going to admit to anything like that because you're twisting my words.
You are the one who said Allah have parts.
And may God forgive you.
Okay, listen. Aren't you the one who agreed that Allah is going to show some of his parts?
I agree that Allah will try and uncover himself. I did not say any parts. I did not say physical body. I did not say shape. I said he will try and uncover himself, and the people will be lucky to be near him.
Lady, why Muslims always they deny what they say? A second ago you said Allah will uncover one of his parts.
He will try and uncover himself. I said.
You said parts.
He will try and cover himself.
So himself is a leg.
People will be able
great.
to
so Allah will uncover himself. What is himself? A leg.
No, you're saying that. I never said that. I said that in the Quran it says shank, but you cannot think that it's a leg. You cannot think that it's like a physical human leg. You can't think that because a leg to us, to humans, is different. It's different.
So
it
you
might
agreed
be different
that
shape,
Allah
different
have
look.
a
You
leg.
cannot say leg.
Okay,
sir.
leg of Allah is not like the leg of the human. No problem. But still he is a leg. He is the one, he described himself, not me. I'm not describing him as a leg. He called himself a leg. As long he called himself a leg, it means he is a leg. He knew himself better than me and better than you, correct? He called himself a leg. He is going to uncover his leg.
He didn't call himself a leg. That's if that is, that's a part of him. He's not a leg.
Here we go.
That's a part.
A second ago you said you did not say part of him, and now you are saying again a part of him. After 2 minutes you will say I did not say
I'm saying if what you're saying about the leg.
No
I'm saying if he's not a leg. You cannot say, like, you can't. I don't give descriptions. I'm sorry. I just personally, I don't have a description of what God looks like. I just pray to God.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I have faith in him. I trust him. It doesn't matter to me what the physical parts of him. He is just unique, and he is unlike anything, unlike any other being. He's the most powerful.
Just say it. You agreed that Allah is a physical. Allah, he has physical parts. And you Muslims, you rejected Jesus for being a physical, and you accepted Allah who come with parts.
No, we don't reject Jesus.
You rejected Jesus as God for he's being a man. You rejected Jesus as being God for being a man. You accepted Allah for being parts, and this is very funny. Now, if Allah have a leg, his leg is attached to what?
Exactly. This is why I don't answer this, because you're trying to have a conversation about something that is too complex for humans to think about. Humans don't know what God looks like. So I can't have a conversation with you when you're trying to make me say stuff about what God looks like when you don't know what he looks like. I don't know what he looks like. All it says is a part of the Quran. So you cannot make me say things and give excuses for me to try and describe God, because I don't know what he looks like. Nobody does. All we can do is pray to him and have faith in him and know that he is the most powerful.
It is Allah saying he is a leg, not me. And you are running away from the question because simply this is exposed.
I'm not running away from it. You know why? I'm hesitant. I'm not running away from it. I'm hesitant
who created the parts
because if I say something wrong, I will be held accountable, and I don't want to do that. If I don't know the answer to something, I'm not going to pretend to know the answer to something. I'm going to say Allahu Alam and leave it at that, because God knows.
You don't have an answer.
I don't know the answer to everything.
Okay.
God, everything happens for a reason, and I believe that.
Okay. The parts of Allah, is it created from what?
Nobody knows.
Maybe
that's the beauty of it.
Plastic?
God is unique.
Maybe plastic?
I'm sorry?
Maybe plastic?
Can I translate?
Maybe plastic. There's no translation. Plastic.
What did you just say?
Plastic, like plastic bag. He's made
plastic?
Yeah, maybe he's made it from rubber. Maybe he's made it from bricks.
I said nobody knows. Allahu A'lam. I cannot put a
But this is
description on
mean,
it.
okay, can Allah be inside His creation?
Huh?
Can Allah be inside His creation?
Allahu A'lam. But
what do you
so
mean,
far,
Allah?
as of now, he has never taken on a human form. That's what Muslims believe. He has taken on the form of a fire when he talked to
Okay,
Moses.
listen,
I believe
listen, the
that.
hadith-
But a
the
human
hadith-
form, mustahil.
Allah became a fire?
Mustahil. If you want,
listen,
listen,
listen.
I'm going to tell you something because
Listen,
this
listen,
is an
listen,
example of
listen.
what God does.
Just wait.
If he wanted
Just
to
wait,
send
just wait.
humans,
Just
he
wait.
would.
Please, just wait. You said Allah became a fire? Allah became a fire? Is that what you said? Repeat that again. Go ahead. Allah became a fire?
Okay.
Allah became a fire?
Allah took on the form of a fire to talk to Moses, and that's how he communicated to
Now,
Moses.
is
yes.
fire a creation of God or it's not?
Of course.
So Allah, He created Himself as a fire?
Allah's voice came from the fire.
No. You
But
said
we can't.
You said He took the shape of a fire. You said He came to Moses as a fire.
Well, yes, his voice and
No.
his
He
form
came
was,
to Moses
was fire.
as
Yes.
a fire. Okay.
Yes.
Who is the one who created the fire?
Allah.
Okay. How Allah is the fire and Allah created the fire? So He created
'Cause He's Allah.
Allah created Allah?
He can do whatever he wants.
No. If He is a fire, who is God?
Allah. He
Who
made
is Allah?
himself.
Okay. He
speak
made Himself
to
a
Moses
fire.
like this.
Okay, He made Himself a fire. So Allah have no problem to be transform Himself to be a fire, correct?
Allah can do whatever he wants to do.
So
And
can
has
He
no
be?
problem
Can Allah be a
doing whatever he
man?
wants to do.
Can Allah be a man?
If he wants to,
Yeah.
he'll do it.
So why He don't want to do it?
What do you mean? Why doesn't he want to do
So
it? He never did it.
Why you are rejecting Jesus to be God if Allah can be a man?
You know why? Because I don't support shirk. And if you say that
If
Jesus
it's
is God,
Allah
that's shirk, and that's
Himself, if it is
association.
Allah Himself,
and
listen,
Muslims
okay,
do not
sure.
associate.
Listen, the idea of shirk is about worshipping many God, correct? If Allah Himself became a man, He's still Allah, correct?
No, not really. He's Jesus. That's what Christians think.
Okay, when Allah became a fire, now we have Allah and we have the fire, two God or one God?
Of course, there's only one God.
So when Allah became Jesus, is still God, is still Allah, is still one.
Yeah, not really, because most
Okay.
Christians say
Then-
that
then-
there's
then-
a Trinity.
then
They
read
think
for
that
me.
He's the
Lady,
Father, the
lady.
Son. Oh yeah, and the Holy Spirit.
No.
So they're
No,
saying
no,
three
no.
things in
No,
one.
We have a three
When there's
in
only
one,
one
correct.
God, they
Now,
can't
okay.
associate.
Now you are
But
saying to
that's
me,
that's how
you
they get
have two
confused.
in one.
They say
You
He's
have
the Father.
Father, you just agree.
How can He be the? How
Lady,
can? Okay,
lady,
how
lady,
can
lady,
He be the?
Just wait. I'll put you on hold. Allah and the fire, you agreed they are two, but they are one. How two they became one? Explain to me. Go ahead. Go ahead. How the fire and Allah is one? They are two. Fire is fire and Allah is Allah. How Allah and fire is one?
Because Allah can do whatever He wants to do. I just said that.
So Allah can be whatever He wants.
Exactly, and I don't.
Just wait again. I will put you on hold. Allah can do whatever He wants. This is what your answer. But now you don't want to count. You count them two when you want, no problem. But you count them two is a problem. In the other hand, so Allah can do whatever He wants. He can be two. He can be three. He can be four. He can be five. But Allah in Christianity He cannot be Jesus and Father and Holy Spirit. Why is that? Go ahead.
As I was saying, God can do whatever He wants to do.
But He cannot
And
be.
I don't
but
reject
He cannot
and
be
I don't
Jesus,
deny
correct?
that God
Allah
can take
Allah
on
can be
human form,
God.
but
God can be whatever He wants, but He cannot be Jesus, correct? This is hypocrisy.
God
God
is
can
not
be
Jesus.
whatever He wants, but He cannot be Jesus. He can be a fire. He can be Allah and fire. They are two, but still it is one. But Allah cannot be Jesus.
He can. He was not Jesus. That's what I want to say.
No
He was
problem.
not.
I'm not arguing about
Hold
that.
on.
I'm saying.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, we will put her on hold. She asked for a few moments, maybe, to get a drink or something. And I hope you guys are enjoying our show. And actually, I have to respect this lady. She is better than all the Muslims I met. She is speaking nicely, and she is trying to defend her religion. She's not calling names. She is not, she is trying to be somebody defending her religion. And I respect her for that. Which is weird. I never saw a Muslim doing that before. Yeah, go ahead. So Allah can be two, can be fire.
What haven't you seen a Muslim done before?
I'm saying I never saw a Muslim like you is not cursing, not calling names when he called me.
Oh.
Like usually Muslims do what you do. So I'm saying to the people that are listening to me, I'm saying she's a good lady, she's nice, and she is unique. I never saw a Muslim.
And I know you're a good man too. I know all of you have a good heart, and you guys are just asking questions, but I'm trying to give you the answers as best as I can.
Okay. So now, what we reach me and you to a point that Allah can be a fire and can be Allah at the same time, which means they are two in one, but Allah cannot be Jesus and Allah, which means they cannot be two in one. Correct?
Correct.
So why is that? Isn't it? What do you think? This is a contradiction?
Because we Muslims believe that Jesus never died. He was raised, and a man replaced him on the cross, and his body was raised to God. And God has stated in the Quran multiple times, and the Quran came after Christianity. And this is why Quran, another reason why it came after Christianity, because Christians started saying that Jesus is God. They started putting that in the Bible, but the Quran says that whoever says Jesus is God you're associating something with God. You're not saying the right thing. You're not saying they're misunderstood. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now you accepted Allah became many Allah, and still you are associating. Allah became many Allah? Yeah, Allah became a fire. This is another Allah. How many Allah you have?
No, He is still one. No matter what He does, He's still one. But the only time, from what I know, is that He took on a form was with Musa. He never did it after that.
Correct. And but you know, just you remind me. The Quran says that Allah even spoke to Moses from the tree as a tree. Correct?
Well, from what I know, He spoke from the fire. I don't know about the tree part. I don't know if it's in the Bible, Musa, maybe, but
it says min ash-shajara al-mubaraka, from the blessed tree.
Hold on.
Allah spoke from the blessed tree. If you want me to give you the verse, this is chapter 28, verse number 30. فلما آتاها نودي من شاطئ الوادي الأيمن في البقعة المباركة من الشجرة. You see, the voice is coming exactly from the tree. So Allah became a tree. What the tree said? أن يا موسى إني أنا الله رب العالمين. That's me, Allah, the God of people. The tree. Allah became a tree. So why is that? Now Allah became a fire, Allah became a tree, and Allah is a leg, and there is many Allah. When Allah became a tree, what happened to the leg?
What happened to the leg?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what happened to the leg?
Well, he is a leg. He have a leg. What happened to his leg? Still there?
You talking about Allah?
Yeah, Allah leg. Allah have a leg. You agree that Allah have a leg. When Allah became a tree, as the verse says, what happened to the leg?
It does not have to show if Allah doesn't want it to show. Whatever Allah wants to do, it will happen.
This is not the question. Allah became a tree. Allah became a fire. But Allah is a leg. What happened to the leg? Still there? Or
I never said that Allah is a leg. I said that maybe a part of Him is ashamed.
No problem. No problem.
Maybe
Okay.
that's one
Let
part
us
of
say
him,
his
but
part.
he's not.
No problem. No problem.
That's
his
not
parts. His
him.
parts.
I can't describe him like.
Lady, I'm not asking
I'm sorry,
you,
but I
lady.
cannot. I can't describe what he looks like. I just can't.
Please,
I
I'm
can't
not
give him.
asking you. I'm
You know,
I'm
he's
not
not like a
asking
human
you.
being. I
Lady.
can't describe what he looks like, what features he has, because
I'm
it's
not
beyond my
asking you.
mind. I
I'm not-
can't think
I'm
to
not
that.
asking you to
No one
describe.
can. So I
Okay.
can't say he's
Okay.
a leg
Lady,
or.
lady, I'm not asking you to describe him. Simply, I'm saying, as long you agreed Allah he have parts, what will happen to Allah parts when he became a tree? Is still there?
He will hide them. If
will-
he wants to, if
he
he
will
wants to
hide
hide
them?
them, he will
Where,
hide them.
in the
If he
back?
wants to,
What happened?
whatever he wants to do.
Where he will? What do you mean hide them? Which mean he will put them in the bag or something?
That's the miracle of it. He has that power. He
Have
has
the-
that power to
have
do
the
whatever
power
he wants to do,
To be
and
Allah a leg, to be Allah parts, to be Allah the fire, to be Allah a tree, but Allah cannot be Jesus. Isn't it amazing?
because
I lost your voice, by the way. Do you hear me?
he was created,
Okay, repeat
he
again,
was
please.
he was not.
Lady, repeat again. Your voice cut. We did not hear. Repeat again, please.
I was saying he's a man. He's a human being, just like this
But
is what
Allah is
I'm
a
saying.
tree.
My belief.
Okay,
You don't
the
have
tree,
to agree with
okay,
it.
The tree is
I'm
created
saying-
too. The tree is a tree. How the tree became Allah?
I know what you're trying to say. If he took on a tree, if he's a flame, why can't he be human? But I'm just saying, why can't he take the form of a human? I'm not denying that Allah can take the form of anything, even a human being. But we just believe that specifically Allah was not Jesus. Allah was never walked.
I'm not saying, by the way, Allah
As
is Jesus,
Jesus.
and I don't want Allah to be my Jesus anyway. Actually, if Jesus is Allah, I'm going to leave Christianity because Allah is very ugly for me. But I'm trying to prove to you, the point is that
But don't Christians believe that?
The Muslims, the Christians believe what? You are telling me
That
Allah can
Jesus
be a
is
father.
God.
Yes, I am a Christian. I believe Jesus is God, but not Allah. Allah is different God. Allah is a fake God, does not exist. And the proof, as you see, the contradiction. Allah is a
So what's
leg.
the difference?
Allah have a part.
Isn't God
Allah
God?
have a part.
God
No,
is just
our
one.
God, the real way He is not a leg. He is not a man, and He is not a human. When we say
Right.
Jesus Christ is a Son of God, God is simply, if you go to chapter 1 in the Bible, in verse number 1, it says, in the beginning it was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. Then if you go all the way to verse number 14,
Yes,
it
Genesis.
says,
Yes, it
and
talks
then-
about how
and then
the earth
Word-
is God and God is earth, and that they are
no, not
God.
true. No, true.
But
the word
that's-
of God
that's
is not
the
earth.
thing. That's why it's so hard for many people
lady. The word
understand-
of God, the word of God is not earth. Earth is not the word of God.
I know, but I know what it says because I've read the Bible Genesis part, and I know what you're trying to say, that it's part of Him and He is part of the earth, or something
Okay,
like
let
that.
me ask you.
Along
let me
those
ask you.
lines.
Does the Quran
That it's all
say?
one.
Does the Quran say that Jesus is holy?
That Jesus is what?
Holy?
Holy?
Yeah.
He's he definitely had spiritual like powers. Spiritual. He was able to heal.
No. This
So
is
in that aspect, he's holy in that aspect, but he's just
there's
a
one
human
aspect
being.
really. Holiness
It's like
have one
Muhammad. Muhammad was. We regard him as holy.
He was. Show me
Because
one
he-
verse. Show me one verse saying Muhammad is holy.
Well, I'm saying we Muslims regard him as someone holy, pure, because
so
the
you are
angels
doing
cleaned
something
his
is not in
heart.
your book. You are doing something against Allah teaching. Allah in the Quran says.
No, I'm saying we see him as pure because the angels cleaned his heart, and there's
okay,
a
listen.
there's a hadith
If Allah,
that I believe,
if Allah, we will talk
that
about
when the angels cleaned his heart, and that's why we see him as someone
how
pure.
Allah, okay,
Because
how
he,
the angel clean his heart. Can you tell us, please?
hold on.
Are you there? Welcome everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying our show. And now the lady, she's going to tell us how Allah cleaned the heart of Muhammad. And you will hear a very unique story about the cleaning of Muhammad's heart, which is a very unique story. By the way, if there is somebody have the hadith in the room, please post it in the room about how Allah cleaned the heart of Muhammad, so everybody can share and everybody can see. Yeah, maybe the Muslims trying to disturb her, so she don't talk to us, because it's very clear that they are saying things is not going good for the benefit of Allah, because we just found that Allah can be anything, can be a leg, he's a leg actually, can be a fire, he was a fire, and he was a tree, but he cannot be Jesus. So Muslims have no problem with God being anything, but don't tell me he's Jesus. It's about just rejecting Jesus. It's about hating Jesus. Allah maybe can be a goat, because she said he can be anything he wants, but he cannot be Jesus. As simple as that. Then we ask ourselves, why Allah cannot be Jesus? Oh, I have the answer. Because Jesus is too holy for Allah to be in Jesus. This is the only way I see it. I don't know where she go, and I hope maybe by the end of today she will think 100 times before she stay as a Muslim, and mostly she might be out of Islam very soon. You know, we showed you today how easy it is to prove.
Okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead. I was asking you how Allah...
Yeah, hold on. I have to switch rooms because my family is trying to sleep, so I have to go in the other room.
I understand.
Hold on.
No problem. Okay, I will put some music. Don't go, please. Just... until you come back, and I will get some water. Welcome everybody, and we are live on Debate TV. Music not working. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Hello?
Okay, welcome back. Just put music until you come back. Okay,
hold on 1 second again. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
No problem. Please, guys, invite your friends, everybody in the chat room. And our room having only 45. So we have more 60 names, guys. Invite, so we can have more people in here.
Okay, like I was saying.
Okay. Now, before we continue, please. How Allah did clean the heart of Muhammad? Can you explain to us?
How does what?
How Allah cleaned the heart of Muhammad.
How is Allah at the top?
Did clean, you said to us that Allah cleaned his heart from sin, correct?
Oh, no. The angels cleaned his heart. They
Okay,
came
how?
and cleaned his heart from all.
How?
How?
Yeah?
They came to his house
Uh-huh.
and they opened up his chest. They
Okay.
took his heart out
Mhm.
and they cleansed it and they put it back in.
So they made a surgery?
They made a what?
Surgery?
It's part of the miracle. They did whatever they did.
Okay.
And I mean, they're angels. It's not
So,
like,
yeah, but
No,
do,
they-
do I need to clean your heart from sin? Clean you from sin. Do I need to make a surgery, cut your chest?
it was like a surgery. Yes, they took his heart out and they
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't make
stitched
sense.
it back in.
What what washing your chest from inside have to do with sin?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Okay, if I let us say I did swallow, I cut my chest and I put a Clorox in there and all those kind of detergent to make me very shiny from inside. Is that going to clean me from sin?
That's the thing. It's not like maybe how you think it is, like surgery, like how we do it nowadays, where we have to have medicine or something to heal us. They're angels, and with their miracle, with the power of God, they purified it and they closed his chest, and it's just part of the miracle. It's just like
But
other miracles that God
if you
has
read the
done.
hadith, if you
They
read the
purified
hadith,
him.
if you read the hadith, it says that they cut his chest and they install a dish of wisdom. Have you ever heard about a wisdom come in dishes? This is on Sahih al-Bukhari, the book of heart, hadith number 6162. They say, sorry, this is different hadith, sorry. Let me give you the real hadith I'm talking about. The hadith says that they open his chest and they
Yes.
put in it a dish of wisdom. This is hadith, the book of dry pollution, hadith number 346 in Sahih al-Bukhari. Now, have you ever heard about wisdom come in dishes?
From what?
The hadith says that they they cut his chest from his throat all the way to his cubic. Okay, and they have with them a dish made of gold full of wisdom and faith. Now, have you ever heard about dish is full of wisdom and faith? Have you ever heard about somebody bringing to you, like if I open the fridge of angels, they have dishes of faith and wisdom? I never heard about faith come in dishes.
It's more of a, you're supposed to read it more of a symbol of,
This is not simple.
it's not
You
literal.
are saying,
It's
no,
not
you
like
are saying-
it's not a material.
No,
It's
listen,
not something that you
said-
can put
okay,
in. It's
this is
it's more of an emotion of
lady,
feeling
lady,
of
what emotional? It says a dish of gold,
it's
full of faith and wisdom, and you are the one who said this is a real surgery. It's not a spiritual thing. It's a real surgery.
well, it's something from God, and
So what?
if
So
God
God-
has
do
chosen
God-
Muhammad to
Yeah,
give
listen.
him faith and wisdom and purity,
Listen.
then He will give it to him. And
Okay, do God need to make a surgery for my chest to make me have faith?
no, because we have a choice, and we
Okay, why
It's our
Allah,
duty to
why
seek
Allah,
knowledge.
Then if Allah
that's the
needs-
difference between us and the prophets, because the prophets were chosen. The prophets had certain abilities
also
that they
so
could do
Muhammad, he did not choose Allah.
that
So Muhammad did not choose Allah. It is Allah who chose Muhammad, and Muhammad had been forced to be a
Yes.
Muslim.
yes, Allah chose Muhammad.
But
of
Muhammad,
course.
he didn't want to be a Muslim. Allah forced him to be a Muslim.
That was if you want to talk about when the Quran was revealed. That was when he was.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you are saying it's Allah chose Muhammad, but not Muhammad choosing Allah, it's mean Muhammad, he did not become a Muslim. It is Allah who forced him to be a
Right,
Muslim.
but all prophets also have a choice of going on with the message or not. Just like
How he can be that? If
just
Allah-
like
if Allah-
Yunus, he was impatient. He was, swallowed by the whale because he became impatient. The people didn't listen to him. He was swallowed by the whale, and then he became patient. The people listened to him. And Musa, of course, he had trouble, leading the Jews across, Egypt, and he had people against him. But they also have a choice to go on with the message, or if they're impatient, they also have that right to be impatient and to kind of refuse it in a way, the message. And they have a right to they are able to disobey God just as we are able to disobey God.
Okay,
They are not perfect. They are not like robots. They are not forced to send a message. They're not
Muhammad
forced.
disobey God?
I'm sorry?
Did Muhammad disobey God?
Mm-hmm. No. Astaghfirullah. No.
What do you
He's
mean,
a
no?
human being.
What if I show you? What? I'm not saying he's God. I'm saying, did Muhammad disobey God?
Is he what?
Did he disobey God? Did your prophet?
Oh, okay. Did he disobey God?
Yeah.
From what I read, there were times where he became conflicted, and he became emotional and sad and depressed and hurt.
So what the benefit then of the dish of
from what I know, he has not disobeyed God. He has sent the message of Islam, and it's been spread.
But what is the benefit?
If you want to show me a verse, I'll be glad to see the verse.
Well, lady, what the benefit of dish of wisdom and faith if your prophet he was not obeying God many times, as the Quran report?
When did he not obey God?
As an example, Allah says to him, why you are forbidding to yourself what I allowed you to do? And this is about having sex with his slaves. Allah,
with his what?
Okay, chapter 66, verse number 1. Chapter 66, verse number 1. التحريم يا أيها النبي لما تحرم ما أحل الله لك تبتغي مرضات أزواجك والله غفور رحيم. The prophet, he forbid himself from having sex with his slaves. Some story says he forbid himself from eating honey. He took an oath not to take honey again. Now this is against Allah, simply because Allah allowed honey to be eaten. Now the verse saying that Allah saying to him, why you are forbidding something is allowed. He's breaking the law of Allah.
That's what I meant by him being human. He's not perfect. And if you read a hadith about his heart, he was not fully cleansed. There were still some black spots left in his heart. And those black spots represented.
But this is after, lady. This is after he been washed. Those mistakes after this is. If you read the hadith, they cut his chest when he was 10 years old, not when he was a man. So this is mean that he long before he became a prophet, he is already being cleaned. And now we are seeing that Muhammad, after cleaning, he's no different.
He's not fully perfect. He's not.
I'm not talking about being perfect.
When the angels came to cleanse him, they didn't cleanse him.
Okay, listen. Did the Quran say he is doing sin? Did the Quran say Muhammad is a sinner and he was doing sin?
Was he a sinner?
Yeah.
Before the Quran came, he did.
No, after the Quran came.
The whole people, it was times of Jahiliyyah. So
no. I'm talking about him as a prophet.
Because you have to understand that, sir. Before the Quran came,
Lady, I'm not talking about before.
He was well into. He was in his 40s. So everything he did up until then did not follow the Quran.
I'm not talking about before.
So you can't judge him. You can't judge him.
Lady,
his actions before the Quran came down.
Lady, I'm not talking about before. I'm saying after he became a prophet. After he became a prophet, do the Quran say that Muhammad was a sinner?
A sinner?
Yeah.
No, he was not a sinner.
When the Quran say clearly, lady.
He made mistakes.
No.
He made mistakes.
No. It says what the word dhunub mean?
I'm sorry.
What the word dhunub in Arabic mean? Translate in English.
Zanub?
Dhunub. Dhanb.
Junub?
It's
almost like a fault, kind of.
Them is a fault now, not a sin.
Not a fault, but it's more of
Come on.
like we cannot always resist temptation
Okay.
because we're
Now,
human. So junub is
them
like
is sin
you
or not?
sometimes you
Don't tell me
can't,
some. You know.
you can't
them.
always help yourself
Lady,
from
I can show you
not
the
doing
translation.
things.
Even the translation saying your sin. Why you are playing with it? Them means sin. Correct?
Can you say it again?
Them mean sin.
Sin?
Sin, yes.
But
As an
Muhammad
example, to prove to you
was,
it's sin. To
he
prove to you
was
it's
not
sin.
a sinner. A
No,
sinner
it's a sin.
is
Listen,
someone
listen.
who sins
Lady, I'm a scholar.
and does not repent.
I'm not a kid. Chapter 55, verse number 39. فَيَوْمَئِذٍ إِذٍ لَا يُسْأَلْ عَنْ ذَنْبِهِ إِنسٌ وَلَا جَانٌ. He will not be asked
Okay,
for his
Lahza,
sin. So,
let me see the verse. Hold on a second.
okay.
Hold on.
You can go, I can give you many. Go to chapter 51, 59. Anything you want. Or go to chapter 67, verse number 11. Go to 67, 11. As long as this is the last one we mentioned.
What verse did you say it is?
67, 11.
65?
67.
67?
Yeah, verse number 11.
11.
Okay.
فاعترفوا? Is that where
Right.
they will then confess their sins?
So you see the word them
Okay.
became sin. So them means sin, correct?
Okay. Then show me the verse what you were talking about.
Now we go to when they are talking about Muhammad, you will see your God Allah saying, لِيَغْفُرَ لَكَ اللَّهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. Chapter 48, verse number 2.
Chapter
48, verse number 2.
number 2. Okay.
Okay. Read it.
That Allah may forgive thee thy faults of the past and those to follow, fulfill His favor and guide thee on the straight way. He's talking about people.
No, this is about
Talking about
Muhammad,
us.
lady. This is about
Where do
Muhammad.
you think he's talking about Muhammad? He's talking about
Read
us.
the explanation. He's talking to who? لَغِفُرْ لَكَ. Laka, to you. There's one person. He's talking to who?
Laka is
Yeah.
can also be plural. You,
No, lady. No.
as in all of us.
No,
Laka.
lady. No,
Yes,
lady.
it can.
No.
Yes, it can.
Lady,
لَيَغْفِرْ لَكَ
lady,
Allah is like
lady,
to forgive
lady.
you. It says the English translation that Allah may forgive thee, as
Yeah.
in all of you, plural, as in you.
No, lady. No, lady. Open the explanation.
When I say you,
Okay,
when
lady,
I say you, it can
lady,
be single
lady,
or it can be
please.
plural.
Okay, let us
when I
not
say
waste-
you guys or
Okay,
you,
let us not to waste
he-
your time and my time. Open the explanation. What explanation you want?
It does not. But sir, I want you to know that this verse does not say Muhammad's name.
Lady,
You cannot
no
put Muhammad's
problem,
name
no
in this verse
problem,
and
no
pretend
problem.
like
No
it's talking
problem.
about Muhammad.
Which
because
explanation you accept? Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, which one?
the Quran version that I'm using.
No, the explanation. Because to understand if this is about Muhammad or not, we have to go to the explanation. What explanation you like me to provide you? Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, Al-Tabari.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Bukhari.
The Bukhari is not explanation. Bukhari is hadith. I'm saying explanation.
Well, give me a hadith from Bukhari
What about the
about what you're
explanation?
saying about Muhammad and his sins, or give me
Lady,
any type of
lady,
evidence
this is
where
in
you
the
think that
Quran.
Muhammad's
This
a
is in
sinner,
the Quran.
because you haven't proven that to me yet.
Lady, this is in the Quran. And read Ibn Kathir. Open Ibn Kathir. It says, I'm going to post the link in Arabic as long as you speak Arabic. This is the link in the room. Are you in the room right now or still outside? Are you in our room?
Which verse are you talking about?
Are you in our room or not yet? Did you join us in our chat room? Christ is Lord.
I think I still am in the room. I don't know.
No, go out of any room you are in and go to the social issue, please. Click at the human right, our room all the way in the top. There's 140 something in it. And there it says Christ is Lord, because I want to show you the link so you can read with me. Can you do that?
Okay. Can you have somebody from the station
What's the station?
send it to me on the Christian chat room, because I tried looking for the social issues and I couldn't find that
Why you
specific
cannot find
chat
it?
room you were talking to me
listen.
about.
Click at all rooms. Click at all rooms. At all rooms, and then click at social issue and politics. Do you see that?
Okay.
Do you see it?
Trying to look at the top, but I don't see.
Click at all rooms
social issue.
and go down. You see future room, help, show and event, friends, love, romance, radio and TV, social issue and politics. Do you see it?
It's under rooms.
Yeah. Did you click at all rooms?
Okay, hold on.
What is the chat room you are in? What's the name
I'm
of the
still
chat
in the
room?
Christian chat room right now.
What is the name of the chat room?
It's called Christian chat room.
Where is that? Do you know, in the Christian section?
It's labeled Christian. It should just say Christian
This is in
chat room.
Paltalk? This is in Paltalk?
I don't know. Go in there maybe.
Or in Yahoo, or where? Where are you?
It's the room where that name LeBrock is in
I don't
with
know
me, and I don't know.
Are you in Paltalk
Maybe he
program?
can show you.
Are you in Paltalk program?
I thought you were LeBrock, to be honest, because
No, I'm
he
not.
gave me the number to your.
No problem. But are you in Paltalk program?
I'm sorry.
Are you in the program called Paltalk?
Alpo.
Paltalk?
Hold on. This is too loud here. Hold on.
Paltalk. P-A-L talk.
Okay, what were you saying?
Are you in the program? It's called Paltalk?
No.
Oh, so you see, you are in different programs, so this is why you will not find me. Anyway, try to download Paltalk later, and you can
okay.
join my
Paltalk?
yeah, this is no problem now. For now, lady, the hadith,
Okay, hold on.
mute the room, please. Mute any room you are in. If you go to Ibn Kathir and read the explanation of the verse, it says, this is about the prophet, that Allah saying to him, Allah forgive you for your past sin and your coming sin. If you go to Al-Jalalain, it says, this is about the prophet, forgiving him for his past sin and his coming sin. And you will see the verse number 2 saying, and Allah will give you victory. You see it? وَيَنْصُرُكَ اللَّهُ. Allah will give you victory. So this is about Muhammad, not about anyone. And you can go to any explanation you want. The same chapter like At-Tabari. You will see it's the same. It's about Muhammad. It says, إِنَّ حَكَّمْنَا لَكَ يَا مُحَمَّدْ حُكْمًا, etc. So it is about Muhammad. فَيَغْفُرُ لَكَ بِفَاعِلِكَ ذَلِكَ رَبُّكَ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ إلى آخره. If you go to the Al-Qurtubi, let me see, I'm changing explanation for you just to show you. All of them agree with me. This is about Muhammad. قال ابن الأنباري فتحا مبينا غير تام لأن قوله etc. And then he go down to where it says about his sin. واختلف أهل التأويل في معنى ذلك ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. And he's talking about Muhammad. So all is about Muhammad. So now, what Allah did when he washed the chest of Muhammad? Nothing. As you see, Muhammad was a sinner before, and Muhammad is a sinner after. Are you there? Hello? I don't know what happened to her. Are you there?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Okay. Welcome everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying our live show. We have a live debate every night. We start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we have an open line always for people to call and to share, and we welcome all nice people who they are looking for the truth, like this lady. And I'm really surprised. This is the first time I speak to a Muslim. As I said, when he talked to me, he didn't curse me, he didn't threaten me, and he didn't say all kind of bad stuff. I think this lady, she is trying to search for the truth, and she is trying to do better. And I hope the Lord will show her the guidance.
Okay.
And she will see the truth. Okay, lady. So as you see, all the verses, all the explanation agreeing that this is about Muhammad. Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, whatever you want. So if all of them they agree about Muhammad, I think they are right, correct?
Which verses are you referring to?
The same verse, chapter 48, verse number 2.
How do you know they're about Muhammad if his name is not in the
there.
verse?
It says, they are saying there, I'm not me. Al-Qurtubi saying that, Ibn Kathir saying that, Al-Tabari saying that, Al-Jalalain saying that. Are you saying all of them they are lying?
But you're referring to a specific person, and
Right.
Allah did not refer to a
Well,
specific person in that verse, so you cannot you cannot put a name in there
I'm not putting
that,
them.
that does not
lady.
exist in the verse, sir.
Okay, lady. I'm not the one is putting.
Because they're God's
the name.
words. You can't
I am
make
not
them your
the one,
words.
I'm not the one who put in the name. It is them, your scholars, saying this is about Muhammad.
Which part are you referring to? Can you
Lady,
explain which part of the verse?
Lady, verse,
Because each
the
scholar
whole
is
verse,
different.
the
There's different
whole
interpretations, and
verse. Okay, read for me verse number 1. Chapter 48, verse number 1. This verse is for to who?
chapter 48.
Verse number 1. The first verse. Allah is
Okay.
talking to who?
Okay. Okay.
Allah is talking to who?
We have granted you. Lak is for everybody else. You.
You who?
You, including people,
No, this is
Muslims,
about Muslims.
anybody.
This is about
Could be
Muhammad.
anybody.
Okay. Okay. What about open the explanation? Do you have an explanation book?
They have what?
Do you have any explanation book?
They have a destination?
Explanation. Explanation.
Explanation?
Uh-huh.
What about the explanation?
Do you have any explanation book you can read for me from there to see this is about who?
What do I think of it?
Lady, I'm saying, do you have any explanation book? So that book will explain to us this verse about who? Do you have any book?
There's many people who have their opinions and what they think it's about,
No, but all the scholars agree this is about Muhammad, lady. Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, saying it's Muhammad. Al-Qurtubi saying it's Muhammad. Ibn Kathir saying it's Muhammad. Al-Jalalain is saying it's Muhammad. Al-Tabari is saying it's Muhammad. So all the scholars are wrong? Not even one of them saying it's not Muhammad. Name for me one scholar saying this is not Muhammad.
It can include Muhammad.
No,
but it's not
lady,
only about
it is only
Muhammad.
about
Because it
Muhammad.
says
Lady, no,
it's about everybody.
No. Read what the explanation is saying. This is why I'm trying to invite you to my room so I can show you. If you go to altafsir.com, do you know the website altafsir.com? Altafsir.com, do you know it?
Which account?
Okay. Do you know?
I'm reading the verse right now, and what it's
No,
telling
I want to
me
show you
is
the explanation. Because I'm not the one explaining the verse to you. I'm just giving you what your scholars saying. Those are the biggest scholars of Islam.
But what
All
you're
of
trying to
them
tell
saying,
me is it's about Muhammad, but his name is not in there.
it doesn't matter. The whole chapter his name is not there. So what? Does that mean it's not about him? Allah only grant Muhammad to forgive his coming sin. Are you saying to me that Allah will forgive your coming sin too? Allah has given you a license for sin, saying to you, I will forgive your
If
past
you
sin?
repent,
No.
if you ask for forgiveness, he doesn't say that automatically. Like, if you sin, I'm going to forgive you.
It doesn't say there. If
He
you repent.
mentions, and those to follow in the future, the sins that you do in the future, if you repent,
Where it says,
and if you are guided on the straight way, inshallah, He will forgive you. It's not a guarantee. You have to work for it.
No. It says, ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم وما تأخر. Where it says if you repent.
It says the faults of the past and those to follow.
Where it says if you repent.
Because in the verses after that, it's saying that and Allah may help you for help. And the ones that He has sent her, including the believers, and faith in their hearts, and knowledge and wisdom to know from right and wrong. We know what's between right and wrong. We know what's wrong.
It says,
and we know.
Repent.
But we as Muslims, sir, we know that we're not going to get to heaven by just doing sins and not asking for forgiveness.
You know nothing as wrong and as right, because the proof, your Prophet, Allah installed wisdom in his chest. Not every Muslim he have wisdom in his chest. Only your Prophet, Allah made a surgery for him to put wisdom. The rest of them, they don't have surgery, correct?
Right, he was chosen because he's a prophet.
Chosen for
so
what?
That's why he had his
wisdom,
heart purified.
Correct? Chosen to have the wisdom, correct?
Chosen to be purified, yes.
Purified. And so why the Quran? Let me show you a different verse. Because you are trying to convince me that this verse is not about Muhammad, and I am sure every Muslim is listening to me. He knew exactly that this is about Muhammad. But you know what? I will go with you. The Quran.
Like I said, it can be about Muhammad, but it's not specific. It doesn't have a name, and you can't put a name in a verse if there's no name in there. It's saying lek, and lek is very vague. Lek can be you, lek can be me, lek can be all of us.
No, lady, if you speak Arabic, if you know Arabic,
it does not say لَيُغْفِرْ Muhammad Allah. It says لَيُغْفِرْ lek, and you can't put a name in replace of lek.
Your Arabic is very weak, I can tell. Laka is for individual, one. Lakum is for many. You cannot say laka.
But Zaka, but it does not say Muhammad. You can't. At the same time, you still can't put that name in there. You still can't make that judgment, because who are we to say? God didn't say, okay, you say the Quran this way. You follow the Quran, but you don't look at that one verse and you say, okay, this is exactly what it means, and you pretend like that's exactly what it means.
Okay.
Because if the name is not in there, you can't pretend like he's talking about Muhammad. You just can't.
Okay, I'm not the one.
You have to take it as it is. You have to take it. Look at the message. Look at what it's trying to tell you. Look at what God's trying to tell you. That God will forgive you. You know, and God will help you if you help yourself. That's the message of this verse. That He will guide you on the straight way. That's the message. That you have to look at the whole picture, not just, this is about Muhammad and that's it. And He will forgive his sins in the future and the past.
So let
if
us
there's no name, you can't be that sure. You're not 100% sure,
okay, no
sir.
problem.
And neither am I. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not sure.
We are trying.
Because if there's no name, Muhammad, you can't. And His name, if Allah wants to put His name, He will put it. Because Muhammad's name is in the Quran. So why didn't He put it? Why didn't He put it instead of left?
What's your name again? What's your name?
I'm sorry.
What's your name again?
Could I say it again?
What is your name?
Why does it matter what my name is?
No, so I can call you. I don't know what to call you, really. You know, give me any name you want.
Janine.
Janine, no problem. Tomorrow, call me to my show, and the first thing you tell me that you did search and you find the answer for this verse. Do you promise me?
Did I call the show?
Tomorrow, call me after 8 Eastern Time, and the first thing you will do, you will tell me that I did search for this verse to see it's talking about what, and you will see, if you do your search today and tomorrow, that this verse is about Muhammad. Do we have a deal?
Okay, I agree, but I want to know what your point is. Okay. Whether it's about Muhammad or not, what's your point? What are you trying to
Chapter
prove?
40, verse number 55. It's about who?
It's about what?
Chapter 40, verse number 55.
Surah 40?
40, verse number 55.
hold on. Okay.
It's about who?
So there no prophet will it to be the wrongdoers to present their excuses. No. It's talking about the day of judgment and
About who? It says, you know, ask God for forgiveness for your sin. Who? He's talking to who?
the verse is talking about the people and their sins.
No, listen, it says
About the day of judgment.
استغفر
What do you-
لذنبك, one individual. ذنبك, not ذنبكم. Read it.
Are you in Surah Al-Ghafir, Surah 40?
Surah Ghafir, verse number 55. واستغفر
55.
Verse number 55.
Okay.
Verse number 55. Chapter 40, verse number 55.
Okay.
غافر. فاصبر إن وعد الله حق واستغفر لذنبك وسبح. Who is the one Allah saying to him, ask Allah for forgiveness?
Allah.
Okay, who is the one who's going to be forgiven? Allah is making sin? Are you there?
But here's the thing though. The verse before it, 54, is Hudan wa dhikra la'ulil, and then it's saying, basically is a guide and a message to men of understanding.
That's not the question.
It's men of it's saying men.
Who is the one?
54.
Lady?
And after that, it's talking about forgiveness. Do you see what I mean? You have to tie it together because 54 is saying a message to men. It's not saying a message to a specific person. It's saying men plural. And then it says 55 right after that.
Listen, the verse
promise of Allah is
verse
true.
number 55. First, the Quran.
And if you go to 56, Inna alladhina is those, plural, who dispute about the signs of Allah, those who deny it, refuse it. Alladhina. So this surah is not about Muhammad. Each verse is different. It's unique.
Continue.
You can't be like, this whole surah is about Muhammad. You can't. Because alladhina is plural.
About Muhammad. Lady, come on. You know, tomorrow you will call me again. Put a note. Make a note, please.
But sir, how do you how can you say it's about Muhammad if it says Inna alladhina?
Can you make a note, please? Can you make a note? Write it down, and tomorrow you call me, and you will say to me, you were right about them, both of them. Until now, I give you two. Correct?
You want to talk about the verses?
Yeah, I gave you two verses. Two chapters.
Tomorrow I have night class. I'm gonna be home really late.
Can you take a note? Can you take a note?
Whenever I can, inshallah. Whenever I can, I'll call in.
Take your time. Take your time and call me when you get the answer to my show, and you will see it says this is about Muhammad. Now let me take you to the different chapter. Chapter 47.
Surah 47?
Right.
47, hold on.
Yeah. This is the chapter of Muhammad himself. The name of the chapter is Muhammad.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, who is this verse saying, ask God for forgiveness?
Who is what?
Who is the one there is asking God for forgiveness? Allah saying to him, ask Allah for forgiveness.
In this surah, give me the verse.
I gave you the verse. Verse number 19, chapter 47, which is Muhammad.
Number 19?
Verse number 19.
Number 19.
And now you are the one who asked me for Sahih, right? Hadith. There it says in the explanation, في صحيح البخاري, it says, the Prophet used to pray, asking, saying, Allahumma اغفر لي خطيئتي وجهلي وإسرافي في أمري. Allah, forgive me for my sin and ignorance and spreading money, or israfi, I don't know how to translate it. Like if somebody is spending too much money or wasting a lot of money, we call it israf.
I see the verse. And I see that it says astaghfir, and then it says forgiveness for thy fault. Okay, I could see how you think it's about Muhammad, but there's a note, there's a little
Okay.
footnote
What is the name of the
on
chapter?
the bottom of the
What is
text
the
that they
name of
put
the
on it.
chapter?
It says,
What is the name
to
of the
that
chapter?
ayah, it says, there's a note to ayah 19. It says, the men, right here, the time and manner of conducting ourselves at home, and we are all judged. It says we are all judged for
This
our
is what
moral
this is not by
and
who? This is not by who, lady?
but it says we must
This
seek
is the
Allah's
note
help
of
and guidance.
who? This is the note of who?
It's the same ayah. It's number 19.
No problem. Note made
It
by
says-
who? You said there's a note. Made by who?
They what?
You said there is a note in that verse. Note made by
Uh-huh.
who? Note made by
There's
who?
a little. There's like a footnote. There's
Who made
numbers
it? Who
by
made
the
it?
ayah.
Who made it?
What do you mean? Who made it?
Who-
Scholars.
Scholars. So
Those who have studied this religion.
Okay,
And
what
like
is
I
the name-
said,
what is the name
like
of
I
the
said,
scholar?
not even
What is
not
the
even
name-
the
Lady, what
the
is
most
name of-
intelligent
what-
scholar
what is the name
cannot
of the
be
scholar?
perfect in the
Lady,
meaning.
lady, what is
Because
the name?
these are God's words, so you
Lady,
can't even compare
lady,
the highest scholar with
what-
God's words.
what
Like I
is the-
said, nobody knows exactly 100%.
What
But
is the name
from what-
of the scholar? Can you give me his name?
What is the name?
The name of the scholar who made that note.
Okay, hold on one sec. I will give you it. Okay. Okay. It says a name, Abdullah Yusuf Ali,
Great. Let us go to you, Abdullah Yusuf Ali.
and
As long you are
he was the one who translated and commented on the
great,
Quran. The
great.
one
As long you are reading from Abdullah Yusuf Ali, now let us go to Abdullah Yusuf Ali and read each verse I gave you before this verse about what he said, because it's very weird. You did not mention to me in the verses before anything about Abdullah Yusuf Ali, because we can go and see what Abdullah Yusuf Ali is saying about the other verses I gave you. Is that fair? As long you are reading from Abdullah Yusuf Ali, we will go, me and you, and we will see what Abdullah Yusuf Ali is saying about those verses. Now, I mentioned to you before.
Sounds fair enough.
No problem. Let us go back, and let us go to, let me first open Abdullah Yusuf Ali. Go 47, and we go.
Are you looking at the same ayah, number 19?
Yeah, I'm going to look. Just wait a second, please.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I am in the page of Abdullah Yusuf Ali. Here we go. Thanks to the internet.
Okay.
So we can share
Do
together the
you
same.
see? Do you see four numbers? 48, 42.
I see there it
They're
says
small.
V9 CFXL, correct? And then it says the time and the mirror direction of yourself.
Yes.
It's no problem. Okay. We must seek Allah guidance. Let us stay in the. I'm going to go to different verse. One of the ones I showed you, and I'm going to see what Abdullah Yusuf Ali is saying about that. We will go to chapter 40, verse number 55. 40.
Number 455.
40, 55.
455, right?
Uh-huh. Yusuf Ali.
Okay. 455. Okay.
Okay, let's see what he's saying there, if he's saying anything.
فَمِنْهُمْ مِنْ.
Okay.
Are you looking at فَمِنْهُمْ مِنْ آمَنُوا?
No. I'm talking about 40, 55, not 4. 40. 55.
Oh, can you repeat the number of the
40.
surah?
Chapter 40, Ghafir, verse number 55.
Okay, 40 and 55. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is, let's see what he's saying there in English.
Fasbir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, does it say there prophet? Anything about
You're
the
looking at-
prophet? Chapter 44, verse number 50.
Chapter 44.
Verse number 50.
Okay, hold on. Number 50, okay.
Sorry, just, I was talking about chapter 40, verse number 55, sorry. And then I will go, I'm just trying to connect things together, for you, and then I will connect them, and you will see what Yusuf Ali himself is saying. Because simply, if you see what Yusuf Ali is saying, Yusuf Ali, by the way, is just translating the verse, is not making explanation for the verse. And whatever.
Wait, are you looking at 44? Surah 44?
I'm looking at 40, chapter 40, verse number 55 and 56.
Okay. That's what I'm... Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse you. I wish you have an explanation book, because the explanation book is the best to show you really what this is about. Because we can keep flipping from a place to place, and this is what might be endless. And if you let us do this, let us see. You see the problem with Yusuf Ali, is that the only translation you have?
Patiently?
Is that the only
Patiently?
translation? No, I'm saying, is that the only translation you have? Do you have different translation for the Quran?
Oh, I believe that's the main one, because there's no other name that I'm seeing. It's just saying
Which
Abdullah
website
Yusuf
you are
Ali
in?
and,
Which website you are in?
Let me see if there's
I wish
anything
you can
else.
come to my room, because I can show you in a very easy way, instead of this is all like, we are wasting our time and your time looking around. That's why I'm saying, if you come to our room, I can show you the reference and the proofs in front of your eyes.
Okay.
Do you have Biktal?
Do I have what?
Biktal? Do you have Muhammad Asad?
What are you referring to?
As a translator, those are translations.
Oh, translation?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Muhammad Asad. There's Biktal. There's Muhammad Asad. There is Mufti Muhammad.
I can't go online right now.
Oh.
But let me see if I can find the Quran that has that version.
No problem. I want you to do this. Write those in the note, and this is for your own knowledge, not for me. For me, I do not need really more knowledge about Islam. And
So basically, you want me to say that these ayahs are about Muhammad?
All about Muhammad, I guarantee you. And you will call me later, tomorrow or the day after, doesn't matter.
You want me to just say that it's only about Muhammad,
I'm not
that
asking you to
nobody
say.
else?
Lady, I'm not asking you to say. I'm saying it is about Muhammad and only about Muhammad. Remember my words. I'm not asking you to say this is how it is. You take your time. Tomorrow you said you are busy. The day after, or even the day after, who cares? Take 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Take a notes for all the verses I gave you, and go to the search, go to in Yahoo, go in Google, and you can go to atafsir.com, or you can go to the Saudi website, which is Quran.alislam-islam.com.
But even if some people say it's about Muhammad, how do you know they're right?
So all the Muslim scholars are wrong, and I just told you Muhammad himself saying a hadith. Muhammad, he said, "Allah forgive me for my sin." You told me, show me the hadith.
Yes, he was forgiven.
No, he's asking Allah for forgiveness. If he is not forgiven, if he is forgiven already, why he's going to ask for forgiveness again?
Because he's a messenger. He loves God, and he still was humble about it.
Anyway.
And even when he was about to die, even the angel of death could not even take his soul. He was too shy to even take his soul because the Prophet was so humble. And even though the Prophet compared to us, he was perfect. Even though compared to us, he was perfect. He still said Astaghfirullah. He still said Subhanallah. He still prayed to God every salah. Because
he's perfect.
And there's a hadith, just to show you that he's not completely perfect. There's a hadith where he missed the Salat al-Fajr because he slept on a comfortable bed instead of the floor, and he missed Salat al-Fajr. And he felt so guilty that he stopped sleeping on the bed. He slept on the floor, but he skipped it. He didn't pray Salat al-Fajr. That just shows you that he's not perfect. Okay. He makes mistakes, and he still says Astaghfirullah. Okay. And he still thanks Allah.
Regarding, listen. Just wait. If somebody slept and he did not do the Fajr, which means the morning prayer, what your Prophet said will happen to him?
What will happen to him?
Yeah.
If he skips Fajr prayer?
Right. If he was sleeping. If somebody, exactly, what will happen to him? If he was asleep and he did not wake up for a prayer.
And if he didn't wake up, the punishment is up to God, but it's not...
Shaitan will do something to him.
Fajr is the beginning of the day. That's how you start off the prayers.
I'm not talking about this. Shaitan will.
But if you ask for forgiveness, you can always make it up.
Lady, I'm not talking
and make it up, with.
Okay, listen to me. Your Prophet said, when a Muslim he mess up the Fajr prayer, sleeping, Shaitan is going to piss in his ears, and this is in Sahih al-Bukhari. Do you agree with that?
That's why in the morning you...
So you agree that Shaitan do piss in your ears? No, listen.
You put water in your nose to take the Shaitan out.
Shaitan, he sleep in your nose?
Yeah, there's Shaitan in your nose. That's why you take it out.
Why Shaitan sleep in your nose?
Because in the morning, in the middle of the night, that's when Shaitan comes and tempts you. So you won't wake up for Fajr. So you won't wake up for prayer. Once you start waking up and do wudu, then he gets less tempted. Is your nose where is going to Shaitan control you? Like, is that the weak spot in the human? If he slept in his nose, in your nose, now what will happen to you? If what?
If Shaitan slept in your nose, what will happen to you?
It's not like you think of exorcism. It's more of not only a symbol, it's more of him tempting you. Like when Shaitan whispers in our ear, we don't literally hear him whisper. We don't literally hear him, whisper. But we suddenly feel lazy.
Listen,
that's how we
feel. You are washing physical. Shaitan sleep in your nose physically. Now, what Shaitan do to you when he is in your nose? If you want to whisper, he whisper in your ears, not in your nose. Why he's in your nose?
Allahu Alam. That's just, it's part of what I read one time.
Each time I
it's
ask
part of what I read, but
Allahu
Alam, it's probably to tempt us to not pray. Whatever it is he's trying to do.
He tempts you from your nose?
That's his job is basically to lead us astray from what we have to do. That's his job. So whatever he's doing,
Lady,
he will do it.
How he want to tempt you by sleeping in your nose? I did not get this one.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Okay, he is sleeping in your nose. What kind of temptation Shaitan will do to you when he's sleeping in your nose? He did nothing, he's just sleeping in your nose. And even you don't feel him. Right? So what is the temptation?
The purpose, Allahu Alam, I'm just telling you what I read. That when we do wudu in the morning, that's the point of putting water in your nose and taking it out. That's the purpose of it.
Okay,
I don't know what he does. I don't know,
Do Shaitan sleep?
Huh?
Do Shaitan sleep?
Does he sleep?
Yeah.
He's always awake. He's always trying to lead people astray. He never...
No, the hadith says...
He doesn't stop tempting us.
Okay, the hadith says, your Prophet said, يَنَامُ فِي مِنْخَرِ. He sleep, not only go in. Your Prophet, he said he sleep.
but there's more than one, you know what I mean? There's like there's more than one jinn. There's more than one type of shaitan. And there's not only one. So when he's sleeping, it's not like he's not doing anything. There's others that will try and tempt you. So you can't be like, okay, he's sleeping, that means everybody's doing good.
Okay.
Because there's other shayateen who are trying to tempt you.
Listen, concentrate with me. He is the one sleeping in your nose. There's only one shaitan in your nose right now. What he is doing there? He's sleeping. So, what is that? Why he's sleeping in your nose? Shaitan, he could not find any place to sleep in. He can't go to Las Vegas. He can go to the best hotel. Like, he could not sleep in a place except your nose. How big is your nose?
It's just something that it's more. You're supposed to take it as something where that's something you're supposed to think about. That he tries and tempts us in any situation, in any position, anytime, anywhere, and that's more of what you're supposed to take out of the message. That he can tempt you anywhere, anytime, any place. That's the message of it. Not I don't believe it. You know, it's too small of an area.
Are you there? You muted yourself. I think you did hit your phone. I don't hear you.
Jinn, you know, he enters.
I'm losing your voice. Are you there?
Yeah, it was. You know, bismillah, but...
Okay, repeat again, please. I lost your voice. Can you repeat again what you said? I lost like for the last 30 seconds. Can you repeat again?
Can I repeat it?
Yeah, because you lost your voice for like 30 seconds. So you were saying that shaitan do temptation. Continue, please. In your nose. How he do that?
How he can come in our nose?
No, how he do temptation in your nose. When he is in your nose, he's asleep. What kind of temptation shaitan he can do when he's asleep? He's asleep. Your Prophet said in Yanamu fi munkhare, sleeping in his nose. Okay, now what is God going to do to you? Shaitan is asleep. Good. Because when he's asleep, he should not be doing anything. So how he is going to do something bad to you?
Yani, khalas, hur huwa. If he wants to be, you know, sleeping in our nose, what? It's not like what is he going to do to our nose. Okay, it's more like that's just what he does. That's just where he sleeps.
Another question. Your prophet
just
said,
an area that I guess he prefers. But
okay.
in the end, if we don't, you know, if we get tempted by him, he's still in a way tempting us, even though he's sleeping. You know, if we don't wake up and do wudu and put water out of our nose, then it's like it's as if we still have him, you know, tempting us.
Okay,
if we don't do wudu and get up and go pray Fajr. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
when your prophet says that shaitan do piss in your ears, do shaitan piss?
Does shaitan what?
Piss? He piss?
Here?
No. Your prophet said that shaitan piss in your ears. Correct? Now, do shaitan have piss? How he can piss if you don't have piss?
Does shaitan have a what?
Urinate. Shaitan urinate in your ears. That's what your prophet said. Shaitan is going to do urinate.
Yeah, I understand that part.
So do he have urine anyway? Do shaitan have urine?
Does shaitan have urine?
Yeah, do he have urine?
He, you know, he's when we think of him, he's just basically everything that is dirty and evil.
But
so everything that we think
Allah
is dirty and evil,
says,
he is consisted of.
Okay.
He is made of everything that is dirty, unclean, impure, evil.
How come? Allah made him from
so when
fire.
the Prophet says that, you know, when he urinates in our ear, or when he does this, you know, it's just everything unclean that he has.
Okay, how
he's surrounded by uncleanliness.
Okay, listen. How he can have urine, and Allah he made him from fire.
Okay, jinn are different than humans, so you don't know what they can do. They are more powerful than humans.
Listen to me. How he can be having urine when he is a fire? How a fire can sleep in your nose?
But Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen, Bismillah, a jinn? You don't know what they look like. You don't know what they
No,
can do.
I know. The Quran
They
says.
can move.
Lady,
They
the
can
Quran-
move us. They
the
can.
Quran- the
They
Quran
can
says- Lady,
manipulate us.
Lady,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not
And
talking about this.
they probably have things that we don't have.
I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about how I believe that Shaitan is deceiver. I'm a Christian. I believe that Shaitan is real and he is a deceiver. No problem. This is not the question. The question is, you said Shaitan do urinate in the ears of the Muslim, as Muhammad said. But Shaitan is made from fire. How fire is going to urinate?
Right. But sir, we are made of clay and we can urinate. So
But
imagine, if we are made of clay and we can urinate, imagine what other creations
Will
can
we
do.
urinate? Because
So
we
you
drink
can't
water.
think about literally like,
Lady,
oh, it's
lady,
fire. Fire
lady,
can't urinate.
lady,
Well,
lady.
we're dust. We're clay, and we
lady.
can do that.
No, clay.
So imagine you have to think beyond the fire. You have
No,
to think,
no.
okay, maybe they
Lady,
can
lady.
do things that we can do. If we
Okay,
can do
clay,
that,
what
why
the clay
not? Why
mean?
not? They can do it too.
What the clay mean?
They have
Let me say.
babies. They
Just
have their
wait.
own
Just
colonies.
wait.
They have their own families.
Okay, what the clay mean?
But we can't see them.
What the clay mean? Clay. When we say clay mean dirt and water, correct?
Yes.
So it's normal that because we have water, part of our body, to urinate because it's part of our body. Now, Shaitan is made from fire. He don't have water. How the fire is going to urinate?
But imagine if you told somebody humans are made of clay, he wouldn't think that we look like
No,
this.
he would because the
we have
No,
organs in our body.
no,
if
he
you
will.
think water and dirt, you don't think heart, you don't think lungs, you don't think liver. SubhanAllah, it's a miracle that Allah has given us. So with jinn, you only think fire. You have to think beyond that.
Okay.
You don't know what they look like. You don't.
Listen to me.
You only think they look like fire, but you have to think beyond that, sir.
Listen.
when you
If
tell
Shaitan-
somebody, okay,
if Shaitan-
this is made out of clay,
Lady.
they don't think that
If Shaitan is
clay
going-
has a heart.
If Shaitan is going to urinate, it's mean, forgive my language, I'm just for the sake of education. If Shaitan
I understand.
do urinate, it's mean he have a penis. And how fire is going to have a penis? He's a fire.
You
How
don't
the
know
fire
if
will have a penis?
you don't know if he does have that certain part of the body.
Your
He
prophet
probably
said-
does
listen,
it from any
your
part of
prophet- your
He
prophet
probably
said-
does it from any part.
Your prophet said that Shaitan, he have a penis.